A police officer in Southern California has been arrested. San Bernardino police say the officer was off duty and fired his gun several times into the air outside a bar where he'd been drinking with friends. Rena Roy, ABC News.
Okay, smile naturally. Perfect.
Cam's photography knows wedding season ramps up in a flash. They need to say I do to a studio assistant before clients go full bridezilla.
I'm so sorry. I have to get a different lens. I'll be right back.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At CDW, we get the right network makes remote locations seem less remote.
Great, because my data is lagging out here.
CDW can orchestrate the Aruba Edge Services platform, bringing computing closer to where data is created. It automates, unifies, and secures the edge, fixing problems before they impact your business, giving your network a sixth sense. Someone at the door?
Just a moose. He works here.
Ah. Aruba and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Aruba.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
It's Election Day in Colorado, with ballot returns lagging behind the pace of the last midterm election in 2018. Election officials expecting a busy day today with a lot of people turning in their ballot. Alton Dillard with the Denver Clerk and Recorder's Office says there's a lot of transparency when it comes to Denver's elections.
We even have a 24/7 video feed into our ballot processing areas. We conduct public tours. We have ballot security videos that show the steps of how people's ballots are handled.
Voters have until 7 p.m. to turn in their ballots or vote in person. The Colorado High School Activities Association has begun a new campaign to get more referees and umpires called You Look Good in Stripes. The organization will pay for uniforms and dues for new referees as part of the campaign. CHASA has seen the number of volunteer refs drop over the last few years and says abuse from parents and the COVID-19 pandemic have been a factor in that decline. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz.
Plenty to talk about throughout the Denver Metro as we hit that 10 o'clock hour into downtown. I-25 southbound showing speeds in the 40s and 50s between 38th and Spear Boulevard. North from there, Sheridan Boulevard northbound at I-76. All lanes are blocked due to police activity. Drivers around the area can use Tennyson or Wadsworth as alternatives. And heading to the south end of town, Parker Road, we've got a crash on the right shoulder to I-225 with heavy congestion for folks trying to make the interchange. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Mostly sunny skies today, and it's the warmest day all week with a high of 70 in the afternoon, overnight low of 39. The current temperature in Denver is 62 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
This is Ben Ferguson, and this is Ted Cruz. Together we do our podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz, 3 times a week. Want to know what's going on behind closed doors in the Senate, the White House, the courts?
If you do, download Verdict with Ted Cruz on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Lost in the health insurance maze? Don't go through that alone. Integra Insurance will be your guide, and they'll save you money. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, and I can tell you firsthand, Medicare is complicated, especially when it comes to choosing a supplemental plan. And I couldn't have done it without the help of Integra Insurance. They can help you too. Don't go through that alone. You pay nothing more to have the help of the licensed professionals at Integra Insurance. 303-466-5500. That's 466-5500 or IntegraInsurance.com.
This is Dan Kaplis. Hey, Denver, as the weather cools down, we have neighbors in our community who will struggle to keep warm. That's why Catholic Charities needs our support. Please consider donating today to help women receive proper health care, children get the education they deserve, and unhoused find shelter and a warm meal in trying times. Make a donation at ccdenver.org. That's ccdenver.org. Catholic Charities, supporting neighbors, transforming lives.
One-day treatment, life-changing results. Before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. That's check. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW.
Yeah. Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can.
the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome. This show brought to you by, what do you want it to be brought to you by? I'll tell you what, I like water. Waterpros.net, at the sink, under $1,000, fully installed, triple filter reverse osmosis. And speaking of water, and by that way, that's waterpros.net. And speaking of water, I have with us Fix It 24/7, plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. We were just talking about the cool system in my home, the what do you call it, constant flow. They used to call them instant water heaters. They're not really instant, are they?
They're not exactly instant.
Hold on, let me turn that up. Okay, go ahead.
It's endless hot water is a better way to explain it. Once the water gets there, it'll never run out. So the biggest thing is that it's not going to be instant to the tap, but once it gets there, you'll never run out once you have the hot water there.
So, by the way, and curious, just a real quick question. When I turn on this sink, it takes a hell of a long time to get hot water. Now, that's not because of the water heater. It's always been that way. Why do some faucets take longer than others? Is it the run? The run, right?
It's absolutely the run. Further away it is from the tankless hot water tank, the longer it's good.
Can you do a loop, or does it waste money with those water heaters, with those constant flows? Does that waste money? Would it keep it running all the time if you did a loop?
They're set to a timer on most of them, so it will turn on certain times when you use it more often. It's going to cost you a little bit more in heating the water, but you're going to use less water.
Now, with a water tank, you can put a loop in, right? That keeps
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's more efficient with a water tank, I think, because the whole idea of the constant flow or endless hot water is to have it on demand but not keep it heating. And if you had a loop, it would keep that loop heated, wouldn't it?
That's correct.
Okay, so with a water heater, I heard now there are devices where you can retrofit a loop almost. You don't have to repipe a loop. Is that true?
There is some different products out there that you can
almost. I forget how it works, but it somehow keeps the hot water circulating in one direction.
Yeah, it dumps the water from the hot side to the cold back to the cold side, so it constantly keeps it kind of running through there.
Okay. Anyway, 303-713-TALK. That was just a personal question. 713-8255. Also, the SEER ratings are going up for AC coming in January, right?
That is correct. It's going to SEER 2, which is all across the country. It's making it that you have to buy more efficient equipment.
I mean, you don't even have a choice. Now, if you have stuff left over after January, can you sell it?
We can't, unfortunately.
You can't?
No, once that switches over, we can't even sell it.
So I know in the spring, Smith is having a special because he wants to encourage people. If you need AC, you better get it now.
That's absolutely. You want to get it as soon as possible. I mean,
because it's going to go up what? Maybe how much money?
Probably 20 to 30% at the minimum, and then you also got to figure it's the availability because it's like a switch. Once that happens, the whole country has to get more efficient equipment.
So by the way, if you need AC, man, you better do it before the first. Now, how much more efficient will they be after the first? Is it worth the extra money?
It depends how long you'll be in your house for. I mean, realistically, if you're going to be in your house for 20 years, you'll make your money back. But if you only plan on being there for 5 years, it's good. The chance of making your money back isn't going to be so great.
So people, remember this. Come January, they cannot sell the old ACs at all, none of them, and it must be a minimum of, I had that number somewhere on the Sears. Do you have it by heart? Do you know?
So in our market, it's going to be a minimum of 14 SEER 2, right?
And the higher the number, the better?
That is correct. Higher the number, more efficient it is.
And right now, what is the SEER rating you can get?
Right now, it's a 13 SEER, which is, they have a little different rating on how they're doing it. But right now, the minimum is a 13 SEER.
So it's only going up by one?
It's not just one. The SEER 2 rating is that they have a different rating where they're making them more efficient. So it's a different rating scale.
Okay,
so
got it.
That's the biggest thing there.
All right. And if you have any questions on that, give us a call, 303-713-TALK. Ron, talking about, let's talk about appliances. Is this about a washer, sir? What's going on, man? Ron?
Yes, Tom, yes, can you hear me?
I can. What's going, go on with your story, sir. I'm sorry.
So back in September, I bought a washing machine off of Lowe's, and included with it came the delivery and install. And the issue I have is when they installed it, they switched the hot and cold lines at the wall. Didn't realize it at the time until my wife did a load of delicates, and she wanted cold water, and it came out hot, and it shrunk some clothing.
Oh,
So
man,
I made
hold
a claim.
on. So it came with installation. Do you know who they used?
The name of the company is called Retail Direct.
Okay, so it's a B2B, I think. They do like installs, I think. Now, the installer switched hot and cold water. Okay, and did it really ruin clothes?
So it ruined one load of clothes. My wife washed her delicates, and that's what I'm trying to get reimbursement for, is those delicates.
Okay, because it was supposed to be cold and it was exactly the opposite, and those delicates are now for dolls.
Yeah, pretty much.
Doll
I didn't
clothing.
drink quite that much, but yeah.
Oh my God. That's an interesting. I don't think, honest to goodness, you almost deserve a cookie here. I don't think I've ever had this problem. Mark, Suzanne, can you ever think of a problem where someone switched the hot and cold and ruined some clothes? I don't think I can think of any. I just can't think of any.
You mean on the back of the washer, they hooked it up backwards?
Yeah, now on the back of that, Adam would fix it.
Washer.
Adam, it's just simply one is H and one is C, right? That's what I see.
That is correct, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that either.
And one's red, one's blue sometimes.
Did the clothes shrink or something?
Yeah, the delicates did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, they did, and it wasn't at the washing machine. It was my plumbing coming out of the walls where they got it switched around. At the machine, it was hooked up correctly.
You mean the blue was on the C and the red was on the H, but when they went to the wall, they switched it?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, well, they got it wrong. I mean, they can't accuse you of that. Well, here's my first question. Did you call them, Ron?
I actually called them, and then I sent them I filled out their form, and I did receive a letter back from them. They're denying my claim because they said I didn't have any type of evidence to prove that they did it wrong.
Oh, come on.
Well, why don't you send them a picture of it reversed?
Well, see, I sent them a picture after I corrected it. Once I realized it, I corrected it. I sent them that picture explaining this has been fixed, but these lines were switched.
Oh, they're jerks. How much are you asking for? What are these clothes worth?
Anywhere between $300 to $500.
What?
They were my wife's work clothes.
Well, hold on. What kind of delicates does she wear at work? I'm getting a little afraid here. What are you talking about? What kind of?
Well,
you said
some of them were name brand. I'm not sure everything, but a lot of them were name brand pants, like Calvin Klein pants and some.
Okay. You call those delicates? Got it.
Yeah.
That's not what I was thinking.
How much did you say it was worth, Ron? Ron, how much?
I'm thinking anywhere between $300 to $500 was the damage. There was some other clothing that wasn't included. In the
They're not going to do it. Hey, Mark, let me ask you this. Truly now, let's say it happened to you. Truly. Now, put yourself in. Would you do the small claims thing?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, my clothes come from Costco, so they would add up to about $14. So I'm not so sure if it would be worth it.
See, there's no pretentiousness here. Let me tell you that,
If it truly was $500 worth of clothes, I didn't realize by washing like a pair of jeans or slacks in hot water, could you ruin them? I just didn't know.
No, you don't ruin them. You shrink them. She can't wear them.
Isn't that in the dryer, though?
No,
well,
you can do it in the wash.
Tell how much I know about laundry, so.
You can do it in the wash.
These clothes were... Yeah, these clothes were not dried. She just washes them and then air dries them. And actually, there are some pictures. I sent an email to you folks, and I believe Suzanne would have that email, but it shows...
I just can't believe that Lowe's would question you. I mean, it would be different. Come on. I mean, this guy, he's trying to hit you up for a few pairs of jeans and stuff? I mean, that sounds stupid. It seems like customer service went away there. I mean, that's crazy.
But it's also a little crazy. It happens to be $500 worth of clothes.
3 to 5.
But
how old?
To go back to your question, I would, and I think you would probably win. It would be nice if you had a before picture, which wouldn't be too hard to get.
Hey, I want to ask you something, Ron.
How old were those pants? Because really, when it comes to clothing, even with dry cleaners and launderers, or laundries, it's really hard, because they depreciate so much. How old were they? Those items?
That I'm not sure, Tom. I would have to ask my wife.
The proper answer is she just bought them yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. So listen, Ron.
I just bought them for her yesterday.
Yeah. No, Ron. I don't think it's a small thing. I think they should offer you something, even if it's a store credit of some kind for future purchases. I don't know. I'd like to let Deputy Smarty Pants try to talk some sense into the manager, and if not, I think you should try small claims. I think you would have a good chance of winning. I do. I really do. Let's try it with Deputy Smarty Pants. He's been having a lot of success lately. So 303-713-TALK. I'm Tom Martino. We have Fix It in the house, Fix It 24/7. 303-713-8255. Right now, the market is crazy. I'm talking about the real estate market. Supply and demand is off. Interest rates are up. Values are coming down a little. If you want to know what your house will sell for, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, will do that with a complimentary visit. And all the measurements, neighborhood comps, all of that. Real facts, no gimmicks. 303-920-1622.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical headaches and hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. Then, when Orchard sells your home for more than they paid you for it, you keep all the profit. If you're ready to maximize your earnings on your old home and minimize the stress of selling it, you need to try Orchard. Visit Orchard.com and see how you can get an all-cash offer today. Orchard, it's the new way to home.
I'm Tom Martino, and I've been representing Joe Chiano and his team for a while. They're certified financial planners. I want to ask something. Why do you think it's a good time to switch retirement accounts, investments, and savings to your company, mymoneymyway.com? Explain, what can you do that's better than what I'm doing?
Yeah, Tom, it's Jordan, and the key thing is really just protection. I mean, we want to help protect people from any of the market downfalls. We're seeing a lot of tumbles every week after week. It might be up today, but tomorrow and the next day it's been going down. With our accounts, you can grow the money without risk. And anytime the market comes down or crashes, with our guaranteed pension account, it locks in, and clients do not lose money. That's the key point right there.
Okay, so Jordan, which is Joe Chiano's son, and I've known Jordan just as long. So, Jordan, why you guys? I mean, if you say lock it in, do this, do that,
yeah.
Okay. I'm serious now. Why you guys? Why not just look somewhere else?
Yeah, we try to keep it simple. I mean, we've been in business for over 50 years. We have a spotless reputation. I mean, that's no complaints, nothing. 50 years, Tom, and you've known us for quite a bit of that time. And
yes.
For us, we believe in simplicity. So we deal with only two strategies. We've represented both, which is Become the Banker, the life insurance account, which is really to help any money at the bank accounts from protection and taxes, as well as the guaranteed pension account that I just mentioned for any stock market accounts from any risk or any downfall. And that's all we do. Keep it simple.
Right, and the new annuities are nothing like they used to be, Jordan. They're very safe. They're not high-loaded fees, and they guarantee income. Now, the earlier, the better you get started, but you've taken people, I think, Jordan, as old as 65, 70?
You are absolutely right. It's just a matter of, having some money that's at that risk. If people are in their 65, 70, we've seen a lot of people that are afraid of taking money out because of taxation, and they don't even just let it sit there. So we can help anybody. Just depends on getting your foot in the right direction, and just give us a call today or visit us on our website.
Okay, I'll give you the number. Here's the website, mymoneymyway.com. You'll find about both strategies, mymoneymyway.com, 303-779-6600.
Do you have a car taking up space in your garage?
Okay. So that was our new thing we're doing, a 120 live. It's 260s put together.
MK.
Kind of good.
All right, Shannon, who says?
No, it's
MK.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Senator
Who
Bennett.
says that?
She's our
Liz.
favorite sales girl.
Oh, not Senator Bennett. Okay. We're gonna raise your taxes. Okay.
I
MK.
I'm surprised Mark's even paying attention today.
I'm barely. I'm fucking I'm dying here. So what we're going to do at our house is every time a red fills a seat, we're going to take a shot and a beer.
And I won't be in tomorrow.
And Mark,
Sonny.
So we're going to
what
have
are you
probably
talking
100
about?
drinks.
The election.
I know, but he said something about remember $500. That's BS.
No, we bet 500 bills.
We did not.
Oh, I can't believe this shit.
Yes.
Scott, do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Oh, bull.
Throwing it down with
I can't believe he's like, now he's totally, it's like, okay, so there's what they call election deniers, then there's bet deniers. It wasn't me.
I love that. I'm a bet denier.
I kept.
Okay, I'd ask the YouTube crowd, except they're all
You're the one that wanted to bet.
No, I said that jokingly, and then what did I say? I said,
I jokingly said, "Hey, Mark,
I said no.
You want to bet $500?"
No, Mark. I said I would not bet because I don't want to bet against it. That's what I said.
Okay,
yeah,
Tom.
Mark.
Okay. That's what I recall, and that's what Tom recalls.
Mark, if I had a $500 bet with you, I would remember it.
Yeah,
and by the way, go find the YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Unbelievable. I'm used to it,
Well,
though.
it would've been
How
last
many
Tuesday.
fucking lunches has he ever paid? If I add up every fucking lunch, I wouldn't have to buy food for a year.
You want me to take you to lunch?
God.
Now, Mark.
Yeah, go ahead. What?
There were a few lunches that I balked at. I'll get you that. I owe you some lunches. Maybe 2 or 3.
Yes, 2, 3. Yeah.
And then as far as the what by the way are you taking action on, the Senate and the House or both?
Yeah, Red's gonna be sitting. They're gonna take back.
How
both.
many? I'm serious. How many? Man, if that happened now, that would
my
be,
prediction. I'll make a prediction. 232 seats in the House.
Write this down, people, because I don't want to.
232 and. I'm going to go with 51. My gut says 52 in the Senate, but I'll go with 51. So 51 in the Senate and 232 House at the end of the... Well, we're not going to know shit till like Friday, by the way. Arizona's having issues.
A Friday in December is when you'll know.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, that's it. And I can't wait for all the Democrats to talk about how it's getting stolen.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
A whole lot of love. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, realcbdthatworks.com. I'm telling you right now, you should go to that site because it's even better than Tom and the promo code for the 30% off. You'll get like pennies on the dollar for some products in year-end clearance. Good stocking stuffers, realcbdthatworks.com. It's CBD from Panacea Life Sciences. Now, so I think we're done with Ron because I want him to try. I want Deputy Smarty Pants to try to negotiate something. If not, I think we should try a small claims court on this deal. Now, Donna and Debbie. Donna and Debbie, you want to talk about inheritance. Maybe we want to get Dan McKenzie on, our inheritance and estate law expert who is in town here, and he took over for Blake Harris, and Blake Harris moved on, and I don't mean over the Rainbow Bridge. I'm talking about he moved to another state and is doing a different type of law. Can we get McKenzie on? Let's see if he has anything to say. What's going on, Donna and Debbie? Hello?
Hello, I'm on here.
Hi. Okay, I'm sorry. Which one am I talking to, Donna or Debbie or both?
I'm talking to Donna, Debbie's sister, and in case I mess up, she's going to help me a little. A lot to go on. Okay. It's a really ugly deal.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
let's hear it.
We had a restaurant. So my dad was a very amazing man, and he passed away in 2006, and we owned a restaurant together. And he had property in Morrison. And,
okay, who owned the property? Who owned the restaurant together? Donna, Debbie, and Dad.
My dad, and it was Picking Out Barbecue,
Wait, hold on, Donna. Donna, I need to get the restaurant at the time of his death was owned by you, your sister, and your dad, or not?
My dad, me, and an ex-husband.
Okay, got it. So Donna, and okay, so now what's going on?
So he had written up a will. So when he passed, it was very sudden, and my dad was married before 25 years, and he was married to this woman, married to my mom 27 years, and he had met this other woman that I introduced him to, and they were married 25 years.
So he had 3 wives, right? Hold on. 3 wives?
Sorry,
2 wives. 2 wives, okay.
Yeah.
Your mom was the first wife or the second wife?
First wife.
And is are Donna and Debbie both from the first wife?
Yes.
Okay,
He
and
had
he was
4
married.
children.
Okay, he had 4 children. Okay, now your dad, I mean your mom was the first wife, and she's still alive?
No, she passed away when she was 49.
Okay.
Actually, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, it's been 49
Died
years.
in 1979.
Yeah, okay, their mom died in 1979. Okay, now, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but keep going now.
So my dad had written a will, and the stepmother had 5 children, came from an alcoholic family.
And when did he remarry? When did he remarry this woman, or when did he marry this woman? The second wife.
22 years ago.
2 years ago?
22.
42.
Okay. And
22 years ago.
22, I got it. Now, what did he, when he got married, this is important, did he have any children with her?
No.
Okay. And keep going now.
So on his passing, we were taking care of him at the house.
Okay.
And this
And when did he actually die? I know this is terrible. I have to ask these.
2006.
Okay. Wait, your dad died in 2006?
Yes.
What? Okay. So what are you calling about today?
The irrevocable. So he had a irrevocable will that we have been trying to, and I got a lawyer. They took the house my dad gave. So my dad had given us all this stuff out of the will.
In 2006, he gave you all this stuff.
The will was written, and I have the will. So when he passed, that we have been fighting over this. She's still alive.
Wait. So you've been fighting for this for 15 years or 16 years.
Correct.
Now hold on. In 2006, was probate opened?
There was not a
this is where it happens. Okay, so I belong to Denver Credit Union. So when this happened, I got a hold of them, and we got a lawyer. So this Mary Lou had always been trying to get on into the house, and my dad.
But wait a minute, Donna,
Okay.
you still you have to answer me. Was a probate opened in 2006?
No.
There was never a probate opened ever. What happened? Just I know that you guys have a ton to tell me, but I need to know there was no probate. So when the will was read in 2006, where was it read? By an attorney?
Yes, I hired an attorney from Denver with Denver Credit Union, and Steve Holt is the attorney that was taking care of it. I hired him. My stepbrother got to him before me and told him a bunch of lies and stuff about the family. And
it doesn't matter none of that matters. All that matters is what was in the will, and if there is no will, the state takes over. None of that matters.
We do have a will.
Okay, and was the will, hold on, did this attorney have a copy of the will?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I need to know. In the will, what was not done? In other words, what was not followed in that will?
None of it.
Now, hold on. Let's go from largest to smallest. Tell me the biggest thing that was not followed. You didn't get the house. Did the will leave the house to anyone?
Yes, the will left the house to all 9 children. My dad put it at his children and mine. What was not
Wait a minute.
done,
So
there was
he
no
wanted
pour
his
over?
stepchildren to equally own the house along with his biological children.
Yes.
Okay.
But
And
something
he
happened before that. Go ahead.
Okay. What happened before that?
The lawyer got me in there, and my stepbrother got to him first, and all 6 people of their kids and him, and I hired him, and my dad had just died. I'm very close, and they badgered me that I had to sign this will. It wasn't filed, they said, and they badgered me into signing off, and they redid what they wanted to do to the will.
So
And
you're
right
saying,
after
hold
that,
on, let me get this straight then. The original will left the house to all 9 kids. And how many of those were biological? You and Debbie and who else?
My brother and my sister Patty.
Okay, so 4 of you. 4 were biological. Okay, now, then he talked you into signing something else. Was it a codicil? Was it an amendment to the will, or was it a new will?
They were writing a new will.
Who wrote the new will?
They said it was the lawyer that was supposed to be for me, and he wasn't. He was supposed.
But nobody writes a will. Only the deceased gets to write his will. Donna, what do you mean they rewrote the will?
They changed everything.
And what did you mean you had to sign it? The heirs don't sign wills. What did you have to sign?
I was the executive. I was the executive to the
You were the
trust.
personal representative, and you had to sign off on what?
That it wasn't filed, and so they had to rewrite stuff, and they all 6 stared at me and said I had to do this. I cried for 2.5 hours, and they kept at
Okay,
me.
so you cried for 2.5 hours, but you signed it.
Yeah, because they said you don't. I have it written down here. If I could read it to you, I would. If you want me
No,
to read
you
it.
don't. You don't have to read it right now.
Okay.
Hold on. So you signed, and in the new will, who was the house left to?
So there was a paper that a tenant what, Debbie? A tenant.
Common tenant.
Okay.
So everything, if whoever went, but died
It was
first.
a trust.
Okay. In other words, what you're saying is that his wife was still alive. Is that right, Donna?
Yes, and she still is. She's like 90
So
something.
she gets the whole house, but that's not uncommon. I mean, if he was married to a second wife and they were tenants in common or joint tenancy, either one of them. One of them says she gets the house. The other one says half and half. So I don't know. So you're saying she inherited the house, basically.
Right. This is what I heard, but then I have a paper showing that they turned it in the Jefferson County. I have a document where they said, do not file this because it's fake. So I have a fake document that will win me. I paid $2,700 to a lawyer.
we gotta sift through. Donna, this makes no sense.
Okay.
What was not filed because it was fake, Donna? What?
Showing that the house.
The house was taken to they had the paper that we got a hold of that was supposed to be filed, and they kept it back because they knew we would have to pay us.
And what was that paper that was supposed to be filed?
I'm pulling the paper. It says
Okay, another question, Donna. Did he and his wife at the time buy that house together?
The third time, yes.
So the house they were living in when he died, they bought together.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, my brother. Okay, I better leave you.
No, one other thing. In addition to the house, was there any other asset, any big assets, money, cash, stocks, bonds, anything?
Yes.
What? How much?
Cash.
How much cash?
$375 is in an account.
$375?
1,000.
Oh, okay. Now, on the 375, who got that?
None of us.
Well, what do you mean none of you? Did the ex-wife get it?
It's in a trust, and we're supposed to get it when she passes away.
I mean not the ex-wife, but the wife he was married to when he died. She got the cash and the house. Is that basically the story?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let's try this. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino, and I am baffled by this because I don't think after all this time anything can be done. We need to go to our attorney, and I hope we get him on the line very soon.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz.
Lots to talk about on the Denver Metro as we navigate that 10 o'clock hour into downtown. I-25 southbound showing speeds in the 20s and 30s between I-70 and Spear. West from there, I-70 eastbound after Sheridan Boulevard, we've got a crash. Unknown lane blockage at this time, but we are seeing stop-and-go traffic back from Harlan and about 2 minutes of delays for drivers. Over on the south end of town, Parker Road to I-225, we've got a crash on the right shoulder of the ramp with heavy congestion for folks trying to make the interchange. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, sunny today with a high of 70 degrees in the afternoon, warmest day all week. Overnight low of 39. The current temperature in Denver 64 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
This is Ben Ferguson. And this is Ted Cruz. Together we do our podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz, 3 times a week. Want to know what's going on behind closed doors in the Senate, the White House, the courts?
If you do, download Verdict with Ted Cruz on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
John Fuller is a accident expert. He is an attorney. And really, when it comes to automobile and traffic accidents, he has dedicated his practice to helping people. But get this, he only helps the people he can help directly. He doesn't take a call center and aggregate leads and picks the, just certain ones. That's what a lot of law firms do, and then they brag about their big awards for layover cases. What John Fuller does is treats each and every one as his only case, and he will only take as many as he can truly fight. And he will go over that free of charge with you and contingency fees when he takes your case. You will notice the difference. You're not calling a call center. You'll have constant contact with John Fuller. You'll get his personal cell phone number. Call and feel the difference. 303-597-4500, 597-4500. The website, myaccidentlawyer.co. Now, one other thing you're going to feel the difference in is when you go to get a reverse loan. It may or may not be the perfect time for you. It might be. Maybe you just want to get rid of your house payment, and there's certainly enough equity to do that maybe. Or you want an emergency line of credit. You know, reverse loans are still being written. Empower Reverse Mortgage can help you. Empower Reverse has a helpline, 720-500-7719, 720-500-7719. Okay, you know, I don't buy bottled water anymore because I have the water fountain at the sink, the triple filter reverse osmosis water system for under $1,000 fully installed. It doesn't even use electricity. It runs off the power of the water. It fills up, it filters, and very little maintenance once a year, if that. But you test your water, and if you don't need it, you don't need it. I'm over a year now, so it depends on how much water you use. Waterpros.net. You can trust them. The best systems at the lowest prices. 303-862-5554.
Want to learn a new language but don't know?
Okay, so, Suze? Oh,
Yeah.
you left a message. Thanks. I hope Dan McKenzie comes on like the other guys.
It says his notifications are silent, so I'm just seeing if by chance he gets it.
Maybe try literally calling him.
Well, that's rude after I texted, but I could.
You just listen.
I
If I want any
my
lip, I'll
methods.
say, give me some lip.
I have my methods. If you want to reach out to guests, get your ass in here.
If I did it, then you wouldn't need to be around.
Make Scott do it.
Just Scott, right after he does some jumping jacks.
Yeah. Scott's too busy.
Contacted the engine rebuilder after the problem. What drives me crazy about these women on the phone is this is all from when my kids were 2 and 4 years old.
No, I
Just
know
saying.
it. It's unbelievable. I mean, I don't even know what they think they can do.
And this one
bless
time,
America.
President McKinley said,
Hey, Shannon, I want you to give me your prediction. Forget Mark.
Civil War.
And then tomorrow, guess who's going to come out? The
Where,
Don.
Are you coming out?
I really think I should tell my family first.
I
Actually, Trump said
transgendered
he's going
years
to do
ago.
something next Tuesday. He said, I'll see you next Tuesday. I don't
Yeah.
know if that meant something different. But I predict Trump is not going to run for president. He's going to release a new line of frozen dinners called the Hungry Trumpster.
What?
I'd eat that meatloaf.
Shannon's minding his P's and Q's with his cute daughter in here.
I'm not saying that one thing about that one thing like I
What
did
is the
yesterday.
split right now among the 435 representatives? What's the split
Mary,
right
come here.
now?
It's 212 to whatever the difference is. I think 3 are missing.
Say hi, Tom.
Mary's chiming in.
Hello.
Remember my daughter
Hey,
Mary?
how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good.
Remember, she missed out on a ride in the helicopter because of a low ceiling. Before
I
the
know
eclipse.
it. I remember that.
I got to arm wrestle you out of a ride.
Did you get out there this year?
Yeah, last summer, you bet. And we'll do it again next summer. Heck yeah. It's fun. It's cheap, $400 for the whole week. Hardly
The
hurt you.
Redneck Riviera, baby.
Oh, it's fantastic. I fit right in without my teeth,
I knew I was in trouble when I landed, and they say, that there's a flying machine, ain't it?
And they came up with 300 golf carts.
Well, I didn't have to worry about anybody stealing it.
.com to sign up today. Guyry's, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Hey, we welcome all calls, questions, remarks. You can text me, by the way. Hey, Shannon, why is Brownie using a different text number than the rest of us? Because I heard him use another number today. We use 57739 still, right?
Yeah, but everything he does is some sort of security concern.
He thinks he's a big shot, so he has his own text number?
Yes,
well,
sir.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm a big shot too, but I use this number that iHeart provided, 57739. You can text the show, and I will read them. And, of course, you can make your smart-ass remarks on YouTube too. They're snarky usually, but okay. Anyway, seriously, I do appreciate you guys on YouTube and on Facebook, also on radio. But here's the thing. This inheritance thing, I truly feel. Now, we have a call into our inheritance or our estate lawyer, Dan McKenzie. And by the way, truly, you should call him for a second opinion, okay? And his number, I'm going to give it to you, and you really should. But we're still going to try to get him on the phone for you for a free consultation here, or at least a free look and a quick opinion. His number is 303-578-2745. He has a cool marketing number, which is 833-CO-PLANS, which stands for Colorado, of course. 833-CO-PLANS. But here's the deal. Okay, everything in the world, just so you know, Donna and Debbie, everything has a statute of limitations, which we may have gone beyond unless your filings could have kept it alive. But I need to ask some basic questions without a lot of fill-in, and then we'll go to the fill-in. But first, the basic questions. Over the past years, have you ever actually filed anything with the courts? Over the last 16 years?
Yes.
Okay, when did you last file something?
I had received in 2000. I'm looking at the paper. 2009. What's 2019? We got a letter back from the courts saying they're trying to sell the house. That they aren't allowed to sell the house because it's under probate.
And it's in a trust.
Then it's in a trust. Then they sold it, and they never turned in. My dad put a huge. They never turned in the taxes, or that there was a inheritance. So they sold the house for way under. It was worth $973,000. They sold it for $675 last 6 months ago, 8 months ago.
Who did they sell it to?
A relative of their family.
Oh my God! You know, it's very likely. Okay. So let me get this straight. Your suspicion is this: is that house was supposed to go to all the kids, and you don't dispute that all 5 and 4, 9 kids, even the stepchildren, all 9 kids. You don't dispute that, right?
Should have it. Right. No, not at all.
Okay, now, you were willing, which is nice, to take 1/9 of that, but instead you got nothing because you believe they finagled it so the mom, the wife, the mom of the other kids, his second wife inherited the whole thing with the understanding that when they sold it, they were supposed to divide it up. But did they divide it up only amongst her kids?
Yes, and we heard when I did take this to an attorney, and she said that there was no pour-over will, so my dad's wishes, they got my dad's whole $2 million inheritance. We never got nothing. When the house was sold, they put all her stuff out front.
Yeah, well, that's why. Here's what happened.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I think the new wife, because he was married for 22 years, she got everything. Okay? When he died, they had been married 22 years, right? Or not?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Or was he, hold on, I should ask that. You said 22 years ago. Do you mean he was married 22 years or at the time of his death? How long had he been married when he died?
Yes, they were married 22 years.
Okay, they were married 22 years. Okay. So, here's the deal. She inherited everything, and then she left everything, or she's still alive, right?
Yes.
So now she's directing her estate as she is allowed to. It's weird, but she inherited everything as his wife, and that's not uncommon. And now that she is in charge, she is dispersing the stuff to her kids only. But I don't see what's illegal about that. I mean, you said you filed something. Now, when you filed something, did the courts recognize you have money coming? I mean, is there any paperwork that says you have money coming?
The will is very questionable. And actually, the lawyer that wrote all this up said this is not customary.
It may not be customary. Many times when there are different kids involved and one spouse dies, what that spouse does is leave some of the stuff to his stepkids, and then the other goes to his wife, and then she takes care of her kids. I mean, so what I meant is this. So when two people have different kids, the first one to die usually takes out then for his children or her children, and then the second spouse to die takes care of their children. But I don't know what this will said, because you're telling me there are 2 wills. Is that right?
Yes, there are, and they rewrote the whole will after the original.
Well, Donna, you know what? Mark, why don't you weigh in? You're usually a big mouth. Come on, help me out here. What do you think?
I think it's just too long ago.
Me too.
I don't think anything's going to happen.
I think, Donna, and you guys will spend so much money. But here's what we're going to do, though. We're going to put this on hold in a pending status until we get a hold of Dan McKenzie. and he's our estate attorney, and then I want him to weigh in on it at least to see if he's ever heard of people bringing up objections this long after. It's now, I know what you're saying. He may have died in 2006, but the current events cause it to be current, meaning they just sold the house how long ago, guys? How long ago? Okay. We'll just take this up later. I'm Tom Martino.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
It has been a busy day for commuters, and as we get closer to that 11 o'clock hour, no signs of stopping yet. Into downtown, I-25 southbound at 20th, we've got a brand new accident reported with heavy stop and go all the way back from 58th Avenue. Looks like northbound roads are affected by this one as well. We're seeing slow traffic for northbound I-25 drivers back from Colfax. Over on the west end of town, I-70 eastbound after Sheridan, a crash with stop and go from Harlan. Box 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies today, the warmest day all week with a high of 70 in the afternoon. Overnight low of 39. Tomorrow partly cloudy with a high of 38. The current temperature in Denver is 66 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, this may be the biggest week for the GOP that we've had in years. As Trump may announce he's running for the White House, the GOP is going after the Biden crime family, and that may just be the beginning. Download the Ben Ferguson Podcast now.
One of the biggest ripoffs I see out in the consumer marketplace when it comes to the house is restoration companies can really rip people off. Many of them are nothing more than glorified carpet cleaners. Here's what I want to tell you very quickly. American Restoration 24/7. Don't get ripped off. Even if your insurance is paying, you may let your guard down, but they only pay once. You pay the wrong company, you're screwed. American Restoration has the EPA certifications and the knowledge to take care of fire, flood, broken pipes, asbestos, black mold, any environmental hazard. And I want you to call them, please. Rock and his team are great. 8337-AMREST. Put the number away for when you need it. I hope you don't. Or you can recommend them. 8337-AMREST online, amrest247.com. Now, there's someone else I want you to put down and use all the time, olslaw.com. Well, it really stands for O'Brien Legal Services. You see, in real estate, don't ever go to a closing without knowing what you're signing. Let an attorney at least review the documents. You're spending hundreds of thousands. Doesn't it make sense for a few $100 to get an attorney? Or any border disputes, any kind of easements, access, whatever. If it's real estate, if you're a landlord, think of olslaw.com. O'Brien Legal Services can help you out of a jam. And his number is 720-370-7388. You know, it's hard to get prices on the phone. A lot of people love prices on the phone. They call a company that comes and says, well, we'll send somebody out. Not at the Art of Granite. The Art of Granite does things simply. If you want countertops or cabinets or both, what they'll do for you is give you a quote on the phone. Just tell them what you want. Now, it doesn't have to be granite. They do all natural stone. They do man-made materials. They fabricate right there at the shop. All materials are wholesale. And they tear out and haul away free, and they do the bathroom free when you do the kitchen. So get your price on the phone, theartofgranite.com. Proud of their prices, 303-386-5919, 386-5919.
Hey, I'm Steve Ranella from the rainforests of...
Just a minute. Listen through the phone.
Oh, I meant what I thought I heard Mark say something. Can I get you anything?
Come on. Let's see.
Hey, Donna and Debbie, I can keep you holding for a few more minutes to see if my inheritance, my wills and probate attorney reach back to me, or I can let you go for now, and when I hear from him, give you a call back. Wait. Okay, give us some time. Donna, I'm going to call your number back. Give us some time. He usually gets back to us pretty quick. I'm not sure if he's in a meeting or what, but I'll just call you as soon as I hear from him.
She doesn't even drink bottled water anymore, but she's definitely...
You'll be powwowing with the attorney and Tom on the show.
You know, she has a Berkey. No, we don't. She has that version of that thing.
My name is Suzanne.
This right here on YouTube.
Yeah, email or phone number, whichever is best. Sure. Email is help@troubleshooter.com. Let me know when you're ready for the phone number. Okay, phone number is 303 Martino. That's 303-627-8466. Okay. Okay. And just so you know, with all due respect, all of those details are going to be for Tom and the attorney, okay? Absolutely. Okay, I'll reach back to you. Bye-bye. Ah. What next? It's 11. All right, what do I got next? Not much.
Did you vote, Tom?
Whoa. That is what that is.
What?
The end of the hour.
That was it?
Yeah.
God, Shannon. What's your problem, bruh? My God, man. You doing something for the daughter and not you guys at all. God bless, man.
There we go.
Look at that out music.
Hurting your neck or back can be a serious hit to your happiness and way of life. Pain relief doesn't have to mean an endless cycle of medication and doctor visits. Find one's effective minimum...
Shannon just fucking up, though.
I sure hope Douglas County extends their trails and parks maintenance.
Let's just charge more taxes. That's what we want.
Extend.
Low taxes.
Troubleshooter show.
I say Democrat all the way. I just went D.
We're not talking about what you did last night.
And also, I said all the judges keep D, and wherever there was taxes. Yes. That was my whole deal.
Literally canceled out my ballot. I bet. Where's George today? He's out of town, huh? Because you know he'd be voting.
They bought a new a company. Where? Yeah, Arizona.
Oh, he'd be voting Democrat today.
Yeah, right. George will be back. We're going out to eat later this week, but he is. That's him, all right. Yep, all day. Yeah, and all the big business owners.
Oh shit.
They all want more taxes, and they all want to be absolutely 1,000% environmentally friendly with no carbon footprint.
Yep. And Dougco Parks and Trails got to be top notch.
I can't stand
Did you hear about the new yoga tax for everyone that does yoga?
Hell yeah. I'll pay it ×2.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, why the hell shouldn't there be a yoga tax or a workout tax? I mean, there's taxes for people who smoke and do bad things. Why not people do good things?
It's only money, Tom.
You ball busters. You know what?
I'm going to come up with my own platform.
Your own taxes. The Martino tax.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a new helicopter tax.
That could help.
I'd be such a corrupt politician. No, not really.
They'd never get through my background.
Oh, God.
Shit that happened in Vegas years ago would be everywhere.
His TSA pre-check took months.
Fuck, she got hers in a week. I was almost positive I wasn't going to be able to get pre-check.
Because you're sketchy as
I'm like, what the fuck did I ever do? I have never been convicted of anything.
Neither have I.
I've been accused of a lot of shit.
So have I.
There's a big difference. I've even spent a few nights in jail, but in the end, I was innocent.
I've never been arrested my entire life.
Yeah, well, keep it up, lady.
My entire 29 years of being alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you weren't Amber Hearded.
Yeah. You got Johnny Depp.
Got Johnny Depp.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I should have gone for damages.
God. All she had to do was open her mouth up in front of the judge and you would have got him.
Well, that's why it was dropped.
I have another message. Okay.
Your Honor, I beg you, just go have a 10-minute conversation with her, then make up your mind. I'd win every time, too.
I still love good morning to everyone but Amber Heard.
Did she ever end up paying? Didn't she appeal the millions or whatever?
I don't think she has the money.
Babe, would you rather have a Staywell 2 queen or a regular king?
I heard about my antigen, Mark. I'll send you the copy paste.
I can't wait to fucking read it.
It's not a big deal.
Did they fuck up?
Looks like it.
Good.
I'm texting it to you for you to read. So check your phone.
So if we get 2 queens,
God dang it. Copy. I'm going to email it, probably easier.
You know, I got to get TSA pre-check because Clear is nowhere I go. Clear is only in Denver.
well, where they really fuck you on Clear, I was going to say in Denver, you got to go all the way over if you don't have pre-check to like one of the weird security places away from everything to use Clear. So you're better off just waiting in line.
Oh, no. A Clear always beats the regular lines. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Clear versus pre-check. Clear versus, man, it's like pre-check's everywhere, and Clear isn't.
Well, we usually find Clear. I can't remember the last time we didn't have Clear. So Vegas, Denver, New Orleans, and where was the other place we went? The music place. Nashville. They all had Clear. Florida.
I don't remember Florida. I haven't been there in a while, but Malibu doesn't. You know, all those airports don't out there.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Orange County doesn't. John Wayne, and Burbank doesn't. LAX probably does.
You know why? Because it's probably racist.
Yeah, Clear. You walk up, and if your complexion's too dark, they reject you. Is that what you're saying?
No, if you're too white.
Oh.
It wouldn't be racist, it would be socio-economical. In other words, you shouldn't be able to buy your way into the front of the line, although Disneyland does it.
Well, you know, they're working on facial recognition where all we do is walk. But that still won't screen for weapons, will it?
It's going to be a social media rating soon.
Oh, my God. Ugh. Do you remember, hold on, there was, was it Black Mirror? Or maybe an episode?
I like Black Mirror.
Exactly.
Yeah. There was an episode, I think Ron Howard's daughter starred in it.
Yep.
And it was about social media rating.
What was the whole shtick? What was it?
Well, they would check your media rating to see how popular you are. It's like she wanted to be a maid of honor for this wedding, but in order to do
I saw that. I didn't know that was his daughter.
The redhead that's in, she's also
and then somehow she got to be extremely famous or something, right?
Oh, well, for bad things, though. She tried so hard to be popular, but I guess there were negative things.
Advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, here to help you solve problems, answer questions, and take complaints. By the way, we have Fix It 24/7 with us in the house, talking about household things like home services, plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. And by the way, this hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. Please get your low-priced, pennies-on-the-dollar products for their clearance. It's the same stuff, but they're just selling off the inventory, some of it, pennies on the dollar. And I don't know if that includes cosmetics, but they have incredible eye cream, yes? Men use eye cream, too. And RealCBDThatWorks.com. Tom, and the promo code 30% off. Let's talk about this. When it comes to watching the show, or listening to the show, you should be watching or at least listening through YouTube, because you get conversations on and off the air. And I don't think anybody has more fun than our YouTube crowd. Seriously. And in fact, I just made one of them an heir to my fortune teller. He thought I meant my fortune, but I was going to leave him the name of my fortune teller. 303-713-TALK. Yes.
Do you remember the fortune teller, the pet lady that I went out and visited years ago?
Yes. Isn't she still on the Sleaze Brigade?
Yeah, she was something else. And the first thing I said to her, remember, we actually made her think that I lost my German Shepherd, and she was going to communicate with my dead German Shepherd and
for
put
the right
us back
price.
in contact.
For the right price.
For a couple
okay.
$100.
By the way, you know what? And I just have to say this. What's the Powerball right now? People say this.
1.9.
People are going to say, what harm will it do? Let's buy a ticket. My son wanted me to buy a ticket. Everybody wants to buy. I say no, because you're not going to win. Okay, it just like going out.
Someone wins.
Oh, someone does, but it won't be you. It's like going out in the middle of the street and saying, "Strike me with lightning," or maybe lightning strikes are more. It's more apt to get struck by lightning, or give me the rarest cancer known to man. I mean, you're not going to get the Powerball. Mark, what's your comment on that? Mark Caller, not Mark Big Mouth. Go ahead, Mark Caller.
A convenience store, and I said, "Hey, man, you got the numbers?" And they said, "No, the system is broke or something." Or
yeah, you know what happened?
Like,
I'll tell you what happened. They had to suspend sales until they got that one store to report. I forget where it was, but what they said was this: they postponed the drawing because not all the tickets were submitted, and they were ordered not to sell anymore until they submit those tickets that were sold, and then have this drawing. Then you can buy new ones.
Are we going to do the same thing with the election tonight?
Okay, that was a good one. Worth waiting for, Mark.
We're not going to have results till Friday. I mean, if we're lucky.
Well, it depends on the results. If the results are Republican, you won't have them.
Pennsylvania and Arizona are not going to be till Friday, I bet.
I don't know. We don't have hanging chads anymore, do we? And for those of you who don't remember hanging chads, look it up. Anyway, you know what a chad is?
Well, of course.
No, do you remember the hanging chads?
My God, I was on KOA talking about it every night forever.
You know, I hated you when you were on there. I mean, you were still my friend back then. I hated listening
that was
to you.
liberal Mark Major back then.
Oh, my God, when you were talking about Gore, you loved Gore.
They're those damn Supreme Court, they're choosing, not
You
elected.
loved, hold on. Why did you love Al Gore so much?
I was a Democrat back then.
I'm not talking about
my old
the
days.
parts. I'm not talking about
Young
party.
and
I'm
dumb.
talking. But I'm talking about why did you like him particularly or not? Or was it just because of the D?
No, it's because of the D. I was a Democrat back then. Up until Trump, all I did was vote Democrat. I even, you know this, I voted for Obama twice. But I'd never vote for him again.
But, Mark, everything about you, even back then, was not Democrat except social stuff.
Yeah, that's correct.
And it still is. You are exactly the same as you were, so I don't even understand why.
Well, no, I don't agree with most of the social issues out of the Democrat Party anymore. This going green crap, costing me more money crap, I don't like any of that crap.
Yeah, but as far as the
crap.
Anyway, let's talk to Dick. Dick, what's going on with Vivint? Vivint. I haven't heard that in a while, but we do get a lot of complaints about Vivint. What's happening?
Well, our front door doorbell will only ring on occasion, and we've lost some people that came and lost.
Well, you know what that's for? That's the facial recognition. They won't let ugly people ring through.
Okay.
So anyway.
But anyhow,
What's going on with it, though? Really, what's going on, Dick? Is this like a Ring doorbell or what?
Yes, it does have a visual part to it, but the bell itself won't ring all the time. Sometimes it does, sometimes
Is it
doesn't.
wireless, Dick, or did they hook it up to your regular doorbell wire?
It's wireless.
Okay.
And we were on with them on the phone for over 2 hours, no exaggeration, and they were trying to solve it, with us going in and out, looking and trying this. And I said, please, we would like a technician, and they would not send a technician.
Do you think it's a broadband issue? Do you think it's because many times, like with my Ring doorbell, it's kind of like it is kind of like a broadband once in a while, an interference. You have to reconnect it. But, I mean, I'm not saying I can troubleshoot yours, but have you tried just recycling it?
Yeah, we tried everything. They were on the phone for 2 hours. We tried everything, and as I said, they would not send a technician.
Okay, why don't they just send you a new doorbell? It hangs out there. It's Bluetooth or it's wireless. Also, does it run by battery?
No.
How is it powered?
Well, I don't know because I've never taken it off.
Well, hold on a sec. You said it's wireless.
I'm almost totally blind, so I cannot do that kind of stuff.
Okay, no, I'm not suggesting you do it, Dick, but I wanted to ask you something. You said it's wireless. So they just hung it on the door there. They did not hook it to your other doorbell that was there, right?
Well, I really don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. So, who have you been talking to at Vivint or Vivint?
Well, I just called in the 800 number and tried to get anybody that I could that would listen.
So, Vivint, when you bought it, who put it in? Did they come and install it all?
Yes, they did. They installed it all.
Let's let Deputy Dollar give him a call and light a fire and say, look, if he doesn't get service, he might have to cancel. How much is this costing you a month?
Well, again, my wife handles all that because of my vision, so I can't tell you exactly.
Okay, Dick, that's cool. If your wife's handling it, is she around? I mean, I just wondered what they charge you. You got the doorbell. What else do you have? Do you have, like, a total security system with them?
Yes, I do.
How long ago did you put it in?
It's been about a year now. We have 3 outdoor cameras. And,
okay. Do you like the system other than that?
Yes. It's been fine up until just not working.
Now, you think they would help you. Now I see the doorbell system. I see it here. The doorbell is integrated with Vivint, and it's talking about, and it says, do you have the option of locking and unlocking doors remotely?
No.
You don't have the smart lock. Okay. Mark, would you look that up, the Vivint doorbell, and see what it could be? Meanwhile, I'm going to let Deputy Dollar give them a shout for you. And let's see if we can, make some noise. Okay? And Deputy Dollar here, Mark, could you just elbow him and wake him up? Okay. Deputy Dollar. Yeah, you're in the studio.
He's making notes.
Okay, good. All right. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Did you know that it's a requirement that in order to be a deputy on this show, you have to be older than me? Oh, no. Deputy Dollar's younger than me. Oh, my God.
So's Doc. And
no, he's not. Doc's not younger than me. Come on.
You got Doc beat by at least 10 years.
No, I don't. My goodness. And anyway, 303-713-8255. Now, we're going to take all of your calls. Give us a call. And you know what I'm also going to do? You can also ask questions, of course, by text. I hope you're texting, and it's only my fault since I don't read them all the time. 57739. Feel free to text like this one. Tom, I think I heard Donna and Debbie say that the house and bank account are in an irrevocable trust. You know, that's something that we do have to look out for when we get Dan McKenzie. We'll ask some more questions, our estate attorney. We want to get some advice for them. And speaking of advice, Garage Magic, it's a floor covering, polyaspartic, lifetime guarantee, serving the entire front range, but they also do sidewalks and patios and pool decks. GarageMagic.com.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical headaches and hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. Then, when Orchard sells your home for more than they paid you for it, you keep all the profit. If you're ready to maximize your earnings on your old home and minimize the stress of selling it, you need to try Orchard. Visit Orchard.com and see how you can get an all-cash offer today. Orchard, it's the new way to home.
You know, if you are looking for a water system to give you all the drinking water you want for the lowest price ever, under $1,000 fully installed, it's a triple filter, reverse osmosis. You know, here's the deal. We actually tested this water, and it is amazing that after a year, it's still filtering, and I don't have to change the filters after a year. Now, of course, it depends on how much water you use. Waterpros.net, they also do whole house conditioning under $2,000 fully installed. You really owe it to yourself to check them out when it comes to helping your water. 303-862-5554. All right. Genesis Total Exteriors, as the weather gets colder, they'll move inside a little, and they'll do your bathrooms, your kitchens, your basements. They also do everything on the outside of your house, hence the name Genesis Total Exteriors.com. I've known Mark for many, many years. And again, you really want to get in from planning through construction with one person, Genesis Total Exteriors.com.
I've been using Rosetta Stone.
Okay, now, what I have going on here. Okay.
If you get that Amex, I sent you that thing for, Tom, you get that TSA paid for every year. And Clear, they pay for both of them.
Oh, my son.
Yeah, I got it. Mark, I have to do that. I have...
I'll resend you one.
No, I have it. I have it starred. I have it. What is that other one that costs $6,000 a year?
The black card. I have no idea why anybody would pay $6,000.
Okay, neither do I.
This one's $600, but you get, after you add up most of the shit, you get more than that back. It's worth it by far.
Should I drop, when I get that, should I just drop my other Amex?
I wouldn't. Why would you? Who cares?
Okay. If I close an account, I have one card I hate because they won't let me pay online.
It's negative. It's not good for you.
It would be a next shit. Okay.
Absolutely. I still have one under Colorado Car Care, man.
Oh.
Can you imagine? I still have a credit card under that corporation. And the only reason I haven't used it I use it each year. I'll charge one thing just so it doesn't kill it.
Interesting. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I won't do it then. I won't. Have we heard from Mackenzie at all? My gosh.
No.
Let's get Mackenzie on, man.
I do like that guy, though. He's a smart man.
Yep.
We're going to take a shot in a beer every time a red seat goes. So Suzanne's going to be all kinds of liquored up.
teenagers have election party.
We should have about 100 drinks.
It'll be fun. Keep your text on.
Yeah, remember that Trump night? Holy shit, man.
Oh, God.
In fact, last time,
you
it
know,
was
I was
even
just
crazier.
joshing you. I was just joshing you. I knew what was going on.
No, I'm talking last time when he lost, it was crazy because right around 9 o'clock our time, all the betting said Trump was going to win because how many people were showing up voting. And then they started counting the mail-ins, and bam.
Yeah.
Holy shit, some guy said there is one Powerball winner, Tom.
Wow.
Whoa.
What do? You wake...
Out.com.
I'm Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Is there a Powerball winner? And when did that happen? Why, goodness.
I don't know. It says John Libby on our channel says one Powerball winner sold in L.A. County, California.
L.A. County, California. So that person became evil.
Well, they probably took 99% of it in taxes.
So what is it, 1.9 or 1.8?
He'll be left with enough to buy one tank of gas.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so anyway, people have been asking me how I'm going to vote, so I just want to tell everyone, okay, who's listening, not that you care, but here's what I'm going to do. D, tax increases, yes. Environmental stuff, yes. Judges, keep. What else?
Damn it, you just canceled out my complete ballot.
Oh, okay. Well, that.
Now, if you, in all seriousness, if you and your wife or anybody out there listening,
I know when people say that.
If you're completely opposite when it comes to politics, why even go vote, right? Because all you did was waste your time canceling each other out.
Well, don't cancel out my votes.
Well, anyway, it's interesting being in Colorado anyway for national elections because whatever you vote won't matter. Well, it will matter in that it goes to the national popular vote because in Colorado, and I don't understand why more and more people don't talk about this. I don't know why Dan Caplis doesn't talk about it. Michael Brown doesn't talk about it. Leland doesn't talk about it. Leland Conway. Here's the deal. In a national race like the presidency or whatever would be national, like maybe an amendment of some kind. Anyway, if the popular vote of the country goes one way and Colorado goes the other way, it doesn't matter. Colorado automatically kicks in to the national popular vote. Isn't that true? Isn't that truly the law?
Yeah, I think that starts in 24.
Oh, so it's delayed start. So that means with a national vote, California and New York determines Colorado. There's no way we could outvote them, ever. Think about it. And then the way the districts are redrawn. So, anyway, there's a lot of weirdness that goes on. And you know what it all boils down to? Those in power want to stay in power. Right? I mean, that's what it all boils down to. Smarty Marty, let's bring him up.
Hey, Tom.
have some
Yes.
updates. And by the way, I appreciate all your hard work you're doing. Let me bring up some updates here. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Go ahead, Smarty. Why don't you start on one of them?
So I have an interim update, Tom. It's an update that's not complete yet.
Yeah.
It's a case that Mark and I have been working on together, kinda, with Viking Cruise.
Oh, yeah, Viking Cruise Line. Let me just explain that. Basically, the woman booked a cruise, she can't take it, right? And they wouldn't let her transfer it or anything. Doesn't it boil down to that? And they said, and we wondered, why can't she transfer it to her kids or something? I mean, why do they have to? I mean, they've been paid. There's no skin off their back. I don't understand it.
So we don't know the end result yet, but I was able to find some email addresses of some upper level executive of Viking.
Yeah.
Just like I did with Chase to find Mr. Chase.
Yeah.
And
you did.
I got 2 responses so far.
It's amazing the responses you're getting.
And one response is from an upper level executive who apparently was contacted by Mr. Hagen, the owner.
Wow.
She referenced his name and said, "I've been asked to follow this through. Thank you for contacting, Mr. Hagen." That's Torstein Hagen, the owner of Viking. And she said, "We'll be contacting the consumers within 3 days."
That's good stuff,
that's
Marty.
A positive, we don't know the end result, but at least they are opening the case.
Okay. All we're asking for is the ability to transfer that credit.
Well, if anybody could do it, it's certainly the owner, right?
Yeah, especially when you're on the case. But
you
know what I mean?
They want the refund. We're asking for the refund. But if they don't get a refund, they'll take the transfer.
Now, on these,
I also have another update.
Go ahead.
I'm asking on behalf of Rosie. Rosie can't come on the show today. She's the one with the Florida mover.
She's a 76-year-old woman, and when she had her stuff finally delivered, and that in itself, Marty, is a miracle. Take a bow, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Here's the deal. She was forced to help the mover because he showed up alone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to laugh, but that sounds ridiculous. But here's the question that she wants to ask you. She had put a lot of the money on credit card. She has a $2,000 on the credit card. But the broker is helping her right now file a claim.
Good.
And also helping her to get some money back.
Good.
So I told her, don't put in the dispute yet until you get this completed.
Yeah, but don't let it go beyond 60 days.
It's already beyond that, Tom.
Okay. Then
it's well beyond
let me explain. Let me explain to people what that's about. 60 is a billing dispute. Over 60, you can keep a fraud alive. Is it fraud that they didn't send the right help?
Well, this is not just the right help, Tom. It's from the start that she was misquoted.
Right. Well, do you think he's stalling, or do you think he's really trying to help her get money back?
I think he's helping. He's been helpful to me from the time I contacted him.
All right.
He takes all my calls. He returns the calls.
Here's one. Is Hillary ever going to call in?
I'm working on Hillary right now.
I thought everything. Okay, let me explain Hillary. A nice young woman. She's pregnant. She has a little one as well. And I kind of felt bad for her. And, like in a daughter way, she just sounded helpless, my God. And her car she went to Grease Monkey, and after that, I guess, what happened?
Well, it was temporarily fixed. Grease Monkey sent out the general manager and the manager to her home. They took the car, and it was running good for a while. Hillary texted me yesterday that it's back to the way it was. I told her to contact Grease Monkey. They told her to bring it back. They can't work on it until Friday.
But they left transmission fluid out of that car.
They claim they never touched the transmission fluid.
Well, okay.
That's their claim. They never had a reason to. They didn't do it. It had nothing to do with the service.
Then it was just coincidental. But the shop after that said it was Grease Monkey's fault. Why did they say that?
That's what they claim, but the shop hasn't owned up to coming on the show.
All right, so hold on, Marty. I don't want to get backed up again here. 303, I'll come back to you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors for all your garage door needs. Man, I'll tell you what, they're great people. They'll be Johnny on the spot. One Clear Choice Doors. They're one of the few companies that actually are factory authorized by most garage doors to do factory work. And they can do, they disclose all of their prices on their website, oneclearchoicedoors.com.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
Busy day for driving throughout the Denver Metro this morning, and as we get closer to that noon hour, the drama continues. I-25 northbound after Colfax, we've got a crash with heavy stop and go all the way past Alameda, looking at 5 to 10 minutes of delays for drivers. Over on the southeast end of town, I-225 southbound approaching Yosemite, a crash with 2 right lanes blocked. Significant stop and go from Parker Road. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny today, the warmest day all week with a high of 70 in the afternoon. Overnight low of 39. Tomorrow partly cloudy with a high of 68. Thursday, scattered snow showers cooling way down with a high of only 44. The current temperature in Denver, 67 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
11 presidents, the Pope, and dozens of world leaders have shared their thoughts about matters of faith with one person, Billy Graham. Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know, going through a divorce can be a really trying time. And I want you to know something. Harris Family Law is dedicated to taking the heat out of it. They do unbundled services. They'll do as little or as much as you want them to do. They don't have to do the whole thing, or they can if you want them to. Also, taking the heat out. It's called collaborative law. They agree with the other side not to file anything and to do everything through conversation. They also do mediation. Rich Harris himself is a skilled mediator and can do that for you, saving you thousands. HarrisFamilyLaw.com, 303-515-5000. Hey, Frank Duran just brings a smile to my face whenever I think about him and how he treats people and how he services people when it comes to real estate. My God, he just knows what's going on in the market at all times. He does more transactions in a month than most do in a year. He sells most in a year what most people do in a career. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. No more skill than, I'll tell you what, you can't get more skill for the money. And he is there for you. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
When it comes to medical care, sometimes you don't just need to see a specialist, you need to see the specialist. Dr. David Opperman of the Colorado Voice Clinic is the specialist in complex airway issues, such as the result of scarring after COVID treatment or after trauma. Dr. Opperman takes a wide range of insurance plans, including, now for the first time, referrals from Kaiser. If you want the very best voice doctor in Colorado, get started at coloradovoiceclinic.com. That's coloradovoiceclinic.com.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
It's incredible. After using Babbel, I'm ready to start having real conversations in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Babbel, évidemment.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Michael Brown for Integrity Health Advisors. Medicare open enrollment is underway. Time to review your plan and make certain you're getting what you want. And it's more important than ever to make that review since at least one company has left town, leaving almost 55,000 people without insurance. Shane and his team at Integrity Health Advisors will be here throughout the year to answer your questions and help with your plans. That's the kind of local service you won't get from an 800 number blasted on TV. Call Integrity Health Advisors today, 720-288-0863.
Inflation is skyrocketing, and Colorado families are feeling the pain. How did we end up in this mess? Ask Michael Bennett. Bennett voted for the trillions in wasteful spending causing this inflation crisis. In fact, Michael Bennett's voted with Joe Biden 98% of the time, giving us bigger government and more spending. We can't afford Michael Bennett any longer. This November, it's time to vote Bennett out. Joe O'Day is the better choice. O'Day's a businessman and job creator. O'Day has a plan to end the wasteful spending. And getting inflation under control will be his top priority. Joe O'Day will put Colorado families and taxpayers first. Vote Joe O'Day for U.S. Senate. American Policy Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising, paid for by American Policy Fund, and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.americanpolicyfund.com.
Let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
New tires for the car? Here's my card.
I order takeout. Here's my card. And most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
What are you going to do?
Get a low fixed-rate credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream from $5,000 to $100,000 and pay off those credit card balances. Apply online and you could get your money as soon as the day you apply. The average credit card company charges over 19% APR. But with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 6.99% APR with AutoPay and excellent credit.
Now I can pay off my high-interest credit cards and save money with a much lower rate.
Apply today at lightstream.com/radio and get an additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/radio. Lightstream.com/radio.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 6.99% APR to 21.49% APR and include a 0.5% autopay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/radio for more information.
Are you wondering how you can combat the ever-growing drug epidemic here in Colorado? By supporting Step Denver. Donating your vehicle to Step Denver will give men a safe, sober, structured place to call home. 303-296-9020. 303-296-9020. StepDenver.org.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, so Kim has a grandson, and we've been working on this or trying to give her some guidance on this. And really, my guidance and my advice will be the same as it has been the 6 other times I talked to her. I'm not sure what's different this time, but I'll take her call. We have some paperwork, but Suze,
Tom
what is she?
also emailed you videos. You wanted to see
Oh,
the
well, that's different.
apartment.
That's different. Did she also do the video? Did she give us the video? Or did she give the video to Steve the painter at Star Quality Painting?
I just got it a little bit ago, so I can share it with Steve the painter.
Okay, so what did she? She showed us the floor plan of the apartment. That's good. That's really good. And then the invoice for the car it's the painting she's disputing. She's saying it was too much. So what they want to do basically is they're going to eventually have to sue the landlord in small claims court for that portion of the deposit, claiming it's unfair. I mean, that's what they have to do. But the video itself, Mark, did you see the video?
He stepped out.
Okay, the video I'm downloading right now, and I'll take a look at it to see what it looks like. But it's supposedly a video of what, Suze?
The apartment. The boys had did a quick video, I guess, upon move out.
Okay. I thought also, let's see, I thought also the video was going to be, I think, of the paint job, but we'll see. I'll look at it when we're during a break, and then I'll give her some advice. Okay, so hang on, Kim. I'll look at that too. And the paperwork was just the price of the painting and all that. So we'll look at all of that and see. But it all boils down to this, folks. When you are in a rental, now listen, this happens a lot. When you are in a rental and you're charged a list of things the landlord has to give you of what they're keeping of the deposit, do you have the right to dispute that? Of course you do. If they charge you for a brand new carpet, and let's say the carpet was 20 years old, you can dispute that. If they charge you for painting the entire apartment, which she said they did, and they only touched it up, then you should only have to pay for the touch-up. But it's a pain in the ass. Kim was hoping we could just call and get money back. I don't think the landlord's going to budge. They normally don't. Normally what happens is you have to go to small claims court and prove your case, and we will look at the evidence. Right now, it's Nick's turn. He wants to talk about an abandoned vehicle. Nick, what is happening? Hello, Nick.
Hey, how are you doing today?
Good, man. What's happening?
So it's a weird one. Somebody trespassed through, and there's a community. Each home has 40 acres. They trespassed through the gate, drove through the desert, dropped a bunch of trees, and crashed the car behind my mother's house. The only way to get it out is either with a crane or a front-end loader.
Do you think they were doing that, Nick? Do you think they were doing that on purpose?
Honestly, I think they were running from someone or something to trespass through the.
Okay, so did they break through a gate or anything?
The gate was under construction when they went through, so they drove through the property above her home, then through the desert, then all the way down.
What desert? What desert are we talking about, Nick?
She's in Taos.
Okay, so they went. Is the desert part on her property?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically they drove over her property. She has 40 acres, and they abandoned the vehicle. Is that the bottom line?
Crashed it in an arroyo, yes. Then they locked the car, came back in the middle of the night, stripped whatever was in the car, left illegible notes and the keys to the automobile. Anyway, we need to figure out if, it's still there. It's been over 30 days. And we've got to figure out, and I guess this is where I need your help, who and how do I find out if there's still a banknote on this automobile? Because it's, like I say, it's either going to take a crane or a front-end loader to get it out.
Yeah, but let's talk about the car itself. What year, make, and model? I mean, is it worth a damn or is it junk?
It's a 2008 Yukon.
Is it worth anything? Does it look like it's worth anything?
It's in fairly decent shape. I mean, it's nose down in a Royal right now, so I don't know what the front end really looks like.
And do you know what they took out of it? You said they came back. What did they take when they came back?
Well, you don't know. They came back in the middle of the night, stripped the car, left a machete and a pair of handcuffs hidden under a tree.
What did they strip? You said they stripped it. What did they take? The engine? Tires?
No, whatever was in the inside of the car. When they originally abandoned it, it was locked. And then they came back in the middle of the night, took whatever was in the inside of the car out, and left the keys.
Okay, so they did not strip the car. They simply emptied the car of personal belongings.
Right.
Okay.
Or whatever was in there.
So the car is intact.
Correct.
Did the note say, here, you can have the car?
They're not legible. Who knows what they said?
Okay. Now, what you do is take the VIN and do a Carfax.
And that's it?
Yep, that's what you do first. That'll show a lot of the history of the car. It'll show you the last owner. It'll show you a lot. Mark, do we have any Carfaxes or do we have to pay for them? Do we have any we get?
He's still out.
Okay. We'll find out. But, Nick, you have to do a Carfax. That's where you start. Now, you could also call New Mexican State Police.
I did that. Sheriff's already been out. We've got a report. We're just waiting for them to get to us. So all of that's been taken care of.
Well, they're going to do a VIN. They're going to do a VIN search. Does it have plates?
It does. It has. I mean, literally, they left it as is, other than coming back in the middle of the night. But
Okay, are you asking these questions because you may want to keep the vehicle?
I mean, it's already been there 30 days, so we can start that process. Really, what we are trying to figure out is it's going to cost a lot of money to rent either the front end loader or a crane to get this thing out. I mean, it's literally behind her house.
No, I understand that. But why do you bring that up? As far as if you're going to keep the vehicle, of course you have to pull it out of there no matter what. But there are places that will come and get it for the vehicle if you give them the vehicle as well. Some salvage yards will come and get it.
Okay, I mean, that's one option. It's just they're also going to have to cut down quite a few trees and structurally reinforce the arroyo to get it out. I mean, this car is buried and it's not touchable.
Oh my God! Can you send us a pic?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you do that? Let's see. But man, Nick, this is going to probably be worth more than the car. The 100%. Retrieval.
Yeah, and I mean, when I tell you it's a front end loader or a crane, I'm not kidding.
Well, then why would you even bother? I don't know. Is it visible?
No, not from any. I mean, they live on a private road, so.
I mean, is the subdivision bugging them to get it out of there? I mean, you know, if you drive around Colorado, I think that's what a lot of people do with their old cars anyway. They always seem to end up in a ravine. But in any case, hold on. I'm serious. I mean, I don't know if she wants to go through the expense if she doesn't have to. 303-713-TALK.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Plenty to talk about throughout the Denver Metro on the roads and freeways this morning, and as we get closer to that noon hour, the drama doesn't stop. Into downtown I-25 northbound after the exit to Colfax, we've got an accident with stop-and-go traffic back from Santa Fe, about 5 minutes of delays for drivers. Over on the southeast end of town, I-225 southbound approaching Yosemite, 3 right lanes blocked due to an accident with stop-and-go past Parker Road. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, sunny today, the warmest day all week with a high of 70 degrees, overnight low of 39. Thursday, scattered snowstorms. The current temperature in Denver is 68 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Are algorithms controlling our life? Find out this week on Red Pilled America. You can find Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Denver Regenerative Medicine, they do real stem cell therapy. What I mean by that is they extract the stem cells from you, which is the only viable, true stem cell therapy, and then they re-inject them where needed. It can be a great alternative to joint replacement. It can help with tendons. It can help even with some arthritis and arthritic conditions. But here's the deal. To really find out, get your free consultation from a stem cell doc. Call to arrange that. It is truly complimentary, and they want to tell you the truth because they want their success rate to be high. 833-STEM-GEN. 833-STEM-GEN, or online at denverregen.com. denverregen.com. Stem cell therapy. Made in the Shade. You know what that is? That is a window covering company that we absolutely love. In fact, if you Google them, you'll find them. Made in the Shade. Here's the deal. They do all kinds of window coverings for you. And you know what? They're locally owned and operated. They have all budgets in mind. They even have Brendan and Brenda, the owners. Brenda is a certified color specialist. She can help you with all colors and fabric selections, with also coordinating the house from purchase to installation. They can even beat some of these do-it-yourself places, featuring full in-house, full-time installation team. Why don't you give them a call? You will absolutely be thrilled. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566. And remember to Google the name Made in the Shade.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk.
Check
Okay.
Mark's back. Did you need him off air for anything?
Nah.
Hey, Tom. I am not. Tom, oh. Do. That's okay. You will be back momentarily. All booked. Now we just need tickets to the show. Oh. Hey, Tom.
Yeah?
I texted you John Fuller's topic for his live.
Right. I
Coming
got
up in just a little bit. And then also there's a question for the guest holding.
Okay. All righty.
And Mark, I emailed you videos of Kim's apartment.
I missed that call. What's the gig? What's the snapshot?
On which one, Mark?
Kim's grandson.
The apartment.
I want you to look at the video and the...
What am I looking for?
How the apartment looked before they charged him like $1,500 in touch-up paint. It's a college boy's apartment.
Oh.
The video's there.
She wants us to see it.
And
I'm trying to see what I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at.
I know. Steve, the painter, said he was going to try to look at it and get back to me here pretty quick, but...
This one shows absolutely nothing, so I don't know what they're trying to show.
Again, Shannon? What guy? Oh, really? Oh. Nick, what's the best way for you to send pictures, text or email? Help at Troubleshooter.com.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Well, I'm looking at this video that was sent to us by these boys that it shows absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing of, I mean, I don't even know if it was a mistake and they turned it off when they thought they were turning it on, or turned it on and they were really turning it off. Have you ever done that? I mean,
there's two videos, Tom. The other one was a little longer.
I looked at both of them. There's absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing that will help us determine whether or not this was a touch-up or a full. I mean, I don't even understand what they're showing us. I mean, we want to see, Kim, that's all we want to see is what did they do for the money they charged you? If that's what it shows us, it's a bad job of showing us. And Kim, you're just going to have to go to small claims court and have them say, we were charged for a complete paint job and they did not do a complete paint job. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. And
Tom,
then what?
Tom, if
what?
you look at that close up, my grandson went in there when the next tenants were there. It was a very uncomfortable situation. The baseboards are filthy. You can see the
Oh,
pattern.
no. Okay, I see that part. You're right.
Up.
I see that.
If you blow it up. And my point is, I don't want everything back that they charged us. These people are a fraud. They do this all the time.
Okay, Mark, did you see that video? It does show that it's filthy. Were you charged for cleaning?
Cleaning, yes. Carpet cleaning. You'll see on the.
And for painting. Okay, so what you're saying is you were charged for things they didn't do.
Yeah, if you'll look at the invoice was sent, the whole thing was sent to you.
No, we got it. We got it. We get it.
Yeah, what they took off for.
You know what? Maybe it is worth. Hold on. Maybe it is worth having one of our deputies, if Deputy Dollar's not too busy there, if he can send that. Really, we'll say, look, we looked at the tape. It was obviously not cleaned. You know, you charge for cleaning. You charge for, painting. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Nick, we haven't forgotten about you and the abandoned vehicle. We haven't forgotten. But I need to get to Mark before the break. Mark, go ahead. What is your question, Mark? What's happening?
You said the prices on the furnaces and ACs were going up. Is that going to affect the mini splits also?
Okay. First, then let me ask you this. Is it going up for furnaces too, or just air conditioning as far as the efficiencies?
It's just air conditioners, but everything always seems to go up at the beginning of the year. It seems like every single year.
But that's normal. But the big increase will be with ACs because of the SEER rating. And he has a good question. If people put in a mini split, that's like an air conditioning system for people that don't have ductwork. They put up these registers in the room. They're kind of like control heads. And then the compressors outside that room, are they going up in SEER rating too?
Those are already above the SEER rating for the minimum.
So they're already efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so there won't be any real change with that.
No change on the ductless.
All right, so there's your answer there, Mark. Now, as far as Nick, the abandoned vehicle. Nick, I want to ask you something, and I know we better continue this. I'm just wondering if you can bury the damn thing. And I don't know. People might say, oh, my God, Tom, you're polluting the soil. I mean, I don't know what to do. If you're going to have to run into a lot of expense to get that out of the back of your yard, would it be a harm if you buried it? I mean, and I'm not trying to be crazy, but it seems to me that you're net losing money on this because of a crime.
Hurting your neck or back can be a serious...
Warren, in a sentence or less, what did you want to talk to Tom about on the show today?
Yeah, they're inverter.
Do you do them?
You know, I haven't done too much in Denver, but in Seattle, like probably 30% of our jobs are ductless. So we don't do too much of it here in Denver.
I wonder how I make that connection. Hang on just a minute for me, please. Let me try to make this connection. Yeah, hey, Nick. I have a guy calling who said his friend's vehicle was stolen, matches what you're saying. And it was stolen like a month ago.
Oh, wow. That's great.
What?
I mean, that's good radio if we found a stolen car.
That'd be hang on, let me ask. Yeah. Hang on.
That'd be insane.
It's got what? It's all blacked out what? Okay, hang on a minute. Let me see if that even matches. Hang on. What state are the plates from? Okay, these were New Mexico plates. They did say it was an all blacked out Yukon. Would your friends been all blacked out? Because I guess it's possible someone would change the plates. I was talking the windows were all blacked out. And it was, let me see what color it was. Hang on a minute for me. What color was the paint? What color was the paint of the vehicle? Oh, it is all jet black. All right, hang on. All black. Black on black on black. Okay. Absolutely. 303 Martino, and if we're not on the air, he can leave me a voicemail. I'll return his call and make the connection. Sure. Bye-bye. Troubleshooter show. What is
Hey, who's the fix-it guy over there, Tom?
Some idiot. Hold on, let me find out. What's your name? Oh, he's the GM. It's Adam.
Oh, okay. Hey, Adam, I'm emailing you right now.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Adam's a good guy, man.
Okay, hang tight. Listen to the phone.
He's the man. Mark, I'm going to blow your mind with what I'm bringing up next segment.
Doubtful.
Okay.
I got nothing on 3. KOA is on 2. Is there any other? Oh, I'm sorry. Be large. I thought you were Shannon. Is there any accesses for Fuller besides 3? He said KOA, but I don't. Or, no, I'm sorry. 3. Nothing on 3, and KOA is on 2. Is 4 available? Yeah, we told him to do 3, and he says he cannot connect to 3.
All right, hold on.
And you reboot. Let me tell him to reboot and try again on 3. And try 3 again. That's all that's available. It says KOA's on 2, so I don't know what that means. Maybe he just needs to reboot and try 3.
What about the Vivint doorbell? What did we do with that poor guy?
I think, Scott, weren't you calling?
Yeah.
Good.
I can't wait for 5, 6 o'clock. First polls close at 6.
Okay, I'm coming over for shots.
We're going to be doing a lot of shots, brother.
I'm coming over.
Oh, he could try 4?
No, how about pizza?
You got to eat a slice of pizza for every red seat. You're going to be one fat ass by the end of the night,
4
brother.
as well.
And we need Mackenzie. Come on, man. Mark, you got to put a bug in his ear.
Yeah, we got to figure a better way to get him. He could be in court, though. He litigates, too.
All right, what next? The show is half over. Oh, let's see here. Car picks. Okay, here's the car picks, Tom, for Nick. Nick on line 2. Got it. Got your picks, Nick. Hang on.
Ooh, someone put, if women didn't have a vote, we would elect Republicans for everything.
Whoa.
Hey, they said a lot of women are moving Republican big time.
Wow.
Okay, so Kim, did you have questions after Tom thinks you guys or your grandson should be taking this to small claims?
Man, this video is
not enough there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it does show it wasn't clean, that's for sure. Man, I'd be pissed at this. You know, this is a blacked out. Is this the one that they stole from New Mexico?
Yep.
You think so?
Do you think it's it, babe?
What?
Do you think it's the car?
What? It's the car on his property.
No, I mean...
From New Mexico.
Oh, there was no connection with the other caller.
Oh. Damn it. Hey, this is a beautiful... It's really a nice car.
Well, why don't you go get it?
No, I'm serious. It's a nice car. It's probably stolen. The police have to tell them what's going on with it. What's this MAGA bumper sticker?
Wait till the...
Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bills. That's bills. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, Tom Martino here, solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life a little easier, as I've been doing for, over 40 years. Woo! This hour brought to you by Renew Home Innovations for the best shower tub combinations you can find. By the way, or just a beautiful shower. They take out those old shubs. You know that thing you walk over and that has a shower curtain? Those 80s. Were they big in the 80s? Anyway, even in the 90s. Get this beautiful shower. No fooling. They have the best pricing, as far as value, no maintenance showers like Stone with the Stone resin, no maintenance, and also they do the whole thing, and you have 72 months to pay with no interest and half off labor right now. RenewHomeInnovations.com. Beautiful showers, custom made to your movements. 303-904-2000. 303-904-2000. Okay, so listen. We are handling a number of cases here. Now, this abandoned vehicle is very interesting. I want to get back to that. But first, I want to get Kim on. Kim sent a video and some invoices. And yes, I really do think the landlord overcharged for the services they said. The cleaning, the video shows, if you slow it down, it wasn't cleaned. It also shows that the painting wasn't done. It just sucks. So I don't think they should have been charged for a full paint job or for cleaning. But someone else texted me, and you can text me, 57739, and they said, if the damage was done, what do you think about this, Mark and Suze? If the damage was done, they don't have to have it done. They can still collect for it.
Well, of course. That would be like anything. If someone hits your car, you don't have to fix it, but you're still owed the dollars.
Okay, so if a full paint job would cost $1,700, let's say, but they chose to charge the tenant $17, but only touch it up, you think that's perfectly acceptable?
Well, I don't know what's acceptable or not in this case, but I'll tell you this. Leaving it looking like they did, they were asking for this.
What do you mean? Because, yeah.
But wait a second, guys.
That swings both ways, that video, Mark, because that video shows it was dirty as hell.
Tom, he went in, the boy went in after the new tenants were in and took quick videos, is what Kim
but hold
told
on.
me.
Suze, there is no way that all of that dirt was done by the new tenants in a few days.
I think Kim's point is there was no touch-up.
Kim, I agree with you. There was no touch-up. I don't know how the judge is going to look at this. The landlord could say we still suffered the damage. I don't know. Kim, what do you think? Kim?
From these people.
What's that?
The first time my grandson rented from these people in his other apartment, when they left, my daughter and my grandson and the three boys, or whoever was there, cleaned it up. They were told by another person up there, you better get some professional to clean it because these people will charge you a professional unless you have a receipt for it. So my daughter cleaned it, called a professional. They came in and cleaned it. She paid them, and they charged her again.
Okay, Kim, listen. You might be right that these landlords are scumbags. I'm not doubting that. But that video, are you telling me the new tenants did all that dirt?
No, but it paves their way to make them pay the next time.
Kim, you can't have it both ways. Listen, please listen. What you're telling me is this. You were charged for a professional cleaning, and they did not professionally clean it. But then at the same time, you're showing us a video to prove that the apartment was not professionally cleaned, right? Now,
When
that video also shows that your grandson left it a mess.
It was a mess when they moved in. One video is from when they moved in. The other is from when they moved out.
Kim, they were both filthy. So pick one. You're telling me then, let me get this straight. I need to make sure I understand what Kim is saying. Kim is saying her grandson and friends moved in here, it was a mess. Therefore, they were allowed to leave it a mess when they left.
They get charged for it. They got charged for leaving. If they didn't clean it properly, they got charged for it. But it's
Are you
still
claiming
not
they
properly.
cleaned it? Kim, are you claiming they cleaned it or not?
No. If they left it dirty and the company charged the boys to have somebody come in and clean, when my grandson went back, it was not cleaned.
Okay, now I understand. So they're not claiming they cleaned it. They're simply claiming that it wasn't cleaned by the landlord.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, Kim, that's why I was asking Mark for his opinion. He said he's not sure, and I'm not sure. If you did the damage, let's say it was filthy, and you didn't clean it, can the landlord collect the damage and decide not to have it cleaned? I don't know the answer to that. I wonder if our real estate attorney might have an answer to that. OLS law. But Kim, I don't know what you want right now. You want to dispute part of the deposit. We told you about small claims court. Why do you resist that?
Well, I'm down in Canyon City. My grandson...
Not you. The grandson, right. Why can't he take them to small claims court and dispute that part of it?
Well, I'm sure he can. But my point
I think
is,
he should, and we'd be happy to
direct.
We'd be happy to help him out with the logistics. What were you going to say? Go ahead. Sorry.
You said you would call them. I think they need to be
we
called
will.
on the carpet for
All right,
doing this time
Deputy
and time
Dollar.
and time again.
Can you
other
put his hands on the counter and wake him up? Deputy Dollar. I hope he has a good sense of humor.
He can hear fine. I don't know what he's going to do, though. They're going to say they left it a mess.
On the desk. Are his hands still under the desk, or are they on the desk?
No, he's not tubing. Listen, here's the deal, though.
Okay.
What's he going to do? Call up there and go, hey, we've got this video showing it was a mess when they left. Give him his money back.
No, we have a video showing you didn't get it clean. Give him his money back.
But the other people already moved in.
You're right, Mark. I mean, you kind of, that's why I'm saying I don't know what she hopes to accomplish, because it was a mess. What she is saying is, okay, it may have been a mess. It was a mess when they moved in, and it's still a mess, but why should they be charged for cleaning that didn't take place?
They shouldn't have moved in if it was a mess then.
Or they should have complained or took pictures. Well, they did take pictures, I think they said. Here's the deal. Everyone listening right now, bottom line is this, okay? Let's give this to Deputy Dollar. The bottom line is this. When you move into a place, you need to have a move-in condition assigned as well as a move-out condition. Now, this abandoned vehicle, Nick, I saw it. Here's the bottom line. His mom's property, somebody left an abandoned vehicle in a ravine. Now, if that comes back and it's not stolen, I mean, it's got to come back and show somebody owned it. That's a damn nice vehicle, Nick. That is a nice vehicle, man. It's way nicer than you described. So what the heck? It sounds like some drug dealers to me.
I mean,
it's
theories
it's
are
a
out
big
there,
GMC
honestly.
Yukon, man. It's a 2008 big GMC Yukon, and they're worth about $25,000.
Yeah,
they're not.
I know.
Sorry,
And when they came back to
12 to 15,000. I'm looking at the wrong ones, but 12 to 15 grand. Are you sure you can't just get somebody to pull that out of there without a bulldozer?
It's got to either be a crane or a front-end loader. We're not, and the road work to get the 6-foot ravine that's on the other side where the road is filled back up. I mean, it's going to be costly.
Gosh. Can you pick it up with your helicopter?
Yeah, right. You know, by the way, those sky cranes, God, are they amazing. But no, not me. Listen, are you sure? Come on, there's got to be a different way. I would have a professional come look at it. Where is this located?
Did. Yeah, we did.
What
and
did the professional say?
He said the easiest way to get it back out is to take it all the way through the desert where it came from originally, and that landowner does not want anyone else on his property.
You should go
this
over.
Guy mowed down, this guy mowed down trees to get there.
You should find out who owns it. Can you figure that out?
That I've got. I just need to find out if there's still a banknote on it, because they're going to have to get
That's
involved
right.
Hold
at
on.
some point.
How did you find out who owned it?
Apparently at 2 o'clock in the morning, it was the whole family.
I don't understand what you're saying. How did you find out who owned it?
Because the owner, when they crashed it, was at 2 o'clock in the morning, and he had his whole family in the car.
How did you find out who owned it?
How'd you figure out their names?
Through the police department when they ran the plates.
That's who you got to go after to pay for the expense to get rid of this.
They don't have a dime on them.
Well, then you nailed one thing. If that's got a banknote on it, the bank does.
This family, that you better hope it has a banknote. They'll get it out of there. This family, tell me the story. I mean, what are they? Just a family that lived in there, or what?
No. They apparently, from the way I wasn't personally there, but from where the story goes, at 2 o'clock in the morning, they mowed down a bunch of trees, trespassed, crashed the car. It made a huge scene. All the neighbors got involved. Sheriff showed up. They took them home, and then they locked the car up.
Wait a minute. So this wasn't done under the cloak of darkness. Everyone was watching.
No, it was at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was dark, but they tried to throttle it out.
No. You just said, though, the neighbors were out there, the police were called, and the police brought them home.
Correct.
So are the police going to go tell them to get their vehicle out of there?
Well, that's the other caveat, is that because it is a private subdivision, and in order to get all of her house is the last house in the subdivision, and nobody wants them around. They came back in force, and I guess the neighbors confronted a group of them, and now they're not allowed back on property.
So do you think they want to get their vehicle out of there?
No, when they came back to strip it out, they left the keys in the front seat with those illegible notes.
Oh, my God. Tell me the story about the family. Is this like a husband and wife and kids, or brothers, or what?
Correct.
Tell me.
Correct.
Huh?
2 young kids, probably under 4. The wife and the husband was apparently so out of it that he didn't really know what was going on.
He was drunk.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say.
Well, they would have arrested him for a DUI. What the hell are these? What did the sheriff do? Why didn't they arrest him?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, I wasn't there at the time. All I know is that now I have to help her get this vehicle out of there, and we can't find out if it actually has a banknote on it or not.
But you can't get the surrounding property owners won't even let you get it out of there. Okay, does anyone have any suggestions? Give us. I'm serious now. There's wisdom in much counsel, and I want to know the much counsel here. I don't have any idea what to do. The neighbors don't want him around. The mom's got this thing stuck in her yard. Nobody's going after the owner.
That's the other problem, is that in order to get it out, like I say, a front-end loader's got to mow down a bunch of trees and then fill in part of the road
no one's
to get
going
it
to
out.
let it. You have no choice. You're painting yourself into a corner. You have no choice but to let it sit there and rot. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea what you do in a case like this.
Nor do I. That's why I called.
But we're going to try to find out. So hold on. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up. What the hell do you do in a case like this? By the way, waterpros.net, all the drinking water you need, under $1,000 fully installed at your kitchen. Waterpros.net.
Michael Brown from Integrity Health Advisors. Medicare open enrollment is underway. Time to review your plan and make certain you're getting what you want. And it's more important than ever to make that review since at least one company has left town, leaving almost 55,000 people without insurance. Shane and his team at Integrity Health Advisors will be here throughout the year to answer your questions and help with your plans. That's the kind of local service you won't get from an 800 number blasted on TV. Call Integrity Health Advisors today, 720-288-0863.
Let's talk to John Fuller, myaccidentlawyer.co. Now, I've always said John Fuller takes only the cases he can work directly. You won't be calling a call center, and you will notice the difference. But I want to ask John, I love being, he's candid, but I want to ask this straight up, never asked this before. John, whether it's your own insurance company and you're going after your, your uninsured, underinsured, or the other person's insurance company, I want to know this straight up. Do insurance companies or representatives lie to you when they're going through this process? No, seriously, I'm asking you straight up.
Great question, Tom. So, hey, legally there's a big difference between your own insurance company and what we call a first-party claim and an adversarial insurance company, what we call a third-party claim. There's actually laws that require them to use good faith and fair dealing with their own insured. So let's just give them the benefit of the doubt, and though they are playing hardball, it is technically illegal for them to just come out and out lie. On the other side of the equation, with our third-party claims, I have heard everything under the sun. Most of the time, it's not just an outright bald-faced lie, but it's a slight misrepresentation. It's a failure to acknowledge an important aspect of the claim, or it's taken a position that's just ridiculous, like trying to assert that our client is some percentage responsible for the accident or something equally ridiculous. We just recently had a case, a young lady came to us who had over $7,000 of medical bills from the emergency room and was given a take it or leave it $1,300 offer, which is just patently ridiculous. And she was told that that's all there was ever going to be, and take it or leave it. Well, I can assure you that's not all there's ever going to be on that case. So in a roundabout way, yeah, no. This is a purely adversarial relationship. Unless you want to jump in the ring and play hardball with these guys, you're going to lose when you're in that adversarial relationship with a huge insurance company that does this every day. So call us. That's what we do.
And I'll tell you, you call John Fuller, at least for a rundown and an opinion, before, listen to what I'm saying, before you talk to that insurance company, because they'll call you and record you. And they're not recording you because they like your voice. Okay? They're trying to trip you up. John Fuller, Fuller Law, 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500, myaccidentlawyer.co. I hope we really never need John. Okay, but if you do, you won't find better. And I hope you never need Joe Lazzara. Joe is a criminal defense attorney, which includes DUI. Of course, I hope you don't need him. First of all, DUIs is a crime you can prevent. You know, sometimes you're provoked into other crimes, like trying to defend yourself, and then you're charged, and it gets all messy. But with a DUI, you can clearly avoid them. But listen, no matter what, I'm not going to preach to you anymore. If you need an attorney, don't shop under pressure. We've done the shopping for you. I've known Joe for 30 years. Joe Lazzara, there to help you in your time of need. Give him a call for a free initial consultation and flat rate pricing, 303-429-6200, 303-429-6200. You know that expression, you got it made in the shade. It means you got it easy, and you will have it easy if you use made in the shade for your draperies and your shutters and your shades, honeycomb shades, power shades, whatever you want. They do it. What I like about Made in the Shade is that they could take you from purchase all the way through installation, and you're not going to pay much more than any other site, even the do-it-yourselfers. They have full service, and they deal with the same installers, and you're going to deal with a family that has knowledge, know-how, design expertise. Why don't you call them and finish that house the right way? You spent so much money on it. get it done the right way. Made in the Shade. Just Google it to find their website. Made in the Shade. Or call them 720-458-6566. 720-458-6566.
Hey, Steve. Yeah. After Tom looked at it, that's
Does
what
Carfax
he thought
show if
too,
there's
like,
a
it was sort of
lien on the car?
video.
Or just repair history?
I don't think it'll show if there's a lien.
Okay. They should be able to get that. Police do a title
It's college kids.
search, I think.
It's like, yeah, I know. Okay,
I mean, they would
thank you
definitely
for
see it
getting
on the
back to me.
title.
I'll let Tom know. Be good, bye.
I'm trying to find this with the repo. Oh, there it is. And she redeemed it. What's the problem with this? Oh, was there damage on it? Hey, Suze? Man, I don't know what you do with Nick.
Hey, Suzanne. Is that Prime Plumbing my
Suze.
account?
This.
Nine a.m. to 5 p.m. for your chance to win $1,000. Just listen for the hourly keyword, then enter it at khow.com. Inflation Salvation on 630 KHOW, sponsored by Guy Rees.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Rees loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Rees, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth KHOW Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, Fix It 24/7. Before I get any further, I need to tell you this, man. Their extraordinary $39 tune-up, Extreme Clean and Tune-up, where they go through the entire system practically like a refurbishment. It truly is for new customers because they want to brag about their service and let you know what they do. It's only $19. And it's today, right? Is it today only, that $19?
Yeah, it's only if you call in to book today. We just want to give people a chance.
Today. It doesn't have to be done today.
That's correct.
And they have to call by what time? By end of business?
I would say end of business today.
What's that about?
We're available at the office till 7, and then after that we have people on call that will take care of you.
Just call today.
Call today.
And it's 720-526-3939. Now, that number 39 they use because they do that special. But it's going to be $19 now. And I'm telling you, they practically they do take it apart to the extent they can and clean each and every element and then get that filter changed and all of that stuff. What's wrong with my mic, guys? Is it not on or what? Hello?
You sound really far away.
Okay, no, I'm not away from it. I don't know why it keeps fluctuating, guys. Thanks for telling me. But anyway, I hope you heard the $19 tune-up, which is normally $39, which, by the way, is normally a few $100 for people, because this is an extraordinary deal even at $39. But $19, if you book today, it doesn't have to be done today. 720-526-3939. Now, we got a few calls that are very, very important. Suze, quickly before I take him, why is she calling back on this repoed vehicle? She said her vehicle was damaged when it was towed. Is that right?
Yeah.
And it was repossessed.
Yeah.
But what did we do with that case?
I'm not sure what we did with it, but she's having problems getting her windshield replaced or something, so that's what she's calling
Yeah,
about.
what I suggested that she take certain steps. I'm going to take her in a sec. I want to take this one first, though. This sounds to me to be weird. Michael, help me out here, Michael. You bought a new car last night. Is that right?
That's right.
And what's the problem, Michael?
Basically brought in a trade-in. They bought it. I just recently got married and didn't realize how much of a conversation this needed to be. And obviously learned a good lesson.
Wait a minute, Michael. How long have you been married?
For months.
4 months?
Yeah.
If you want to be married 5 months, don't do that. Anyway, what happened, Michael? You bought what kind of car did you buy?
22 Hyundai Santa Fe.
Well, that's a nice car.
Kind of on the upper end. That's pretty nice.
It's a nice car, so what's the problem?
So the problem is I kind of said I was going to be on this list, months ago, and then they called, said I have it, and I went down and did the deal, but I never bothered to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the payments, etc. You get the idea.
Yeah.
So
you didn't have any payments on the other one?
No, I owned that for a couple of years. So
what did she say? Take it back?
She said, anyway, I don't need to get into the nitty gritty, but you can get the idea. But yes, that's the gist. Take it back and get your car, and that has 0 payments, and we need this payment for X, Y, and Z. All right, fair enough.
Okay.
I went back there this morning when they opened, and they were saying we can't take it back because it's used, and we'll give you $38 for it, and we have to charge you some money because your used car goes in the process. Anyway.
All right, tell me this right away. Hold on. I want to ask you a few questions. Michael, by the way, once they file that paperwork, if they do, and record it at DMV, it is used car. But if they haven't shuttled the paperwork, they don't have to. They could undo the deal, and if it's under 1,400 miles, it's still new. Is it under 1,400?
It's under 50.
Okay. They could easily call this a new car if they hadn't filed the paperwork. It sounds to me like you bought it last night, you went there this morning. They're just being hard-nosed. Are they allowed to? Of course they are. They don't have to undo anything, and there is no 72-hour grace period like a lot of people think. But I want to ask you a few questions, Michael. How much did you pay for it?
$42,500.
That was the price, $42,500. Now,
yep.
And then how much did you get for your trade?
10.
Okay, and is your wife upset because of the trade or because of the new bill, the new debt you guys have?
Yeah, probably just the monthly on it. She'd rather.
How much is what interest rate are you paying?
4.3.
That's not bad, man. 4.3?
No, not bad.
Really? Hold on.
Your bill,
How many months?
You got good credit.
How many months?
66.
And what about, by my math, 42.5 minus 10 is 32.5. How much is your loan?
With taxes, etc., it is I don't have that in front of me. I was
What's the relevance
Michael,
of
here's
your
why
line
I'm
of
asking.
questioning, though? What's your relevance? They're not going to take it back.
Here's my relevance. Here's my relevance, Mark. We have more than Michael listening to the show. And what I was going to tell people, a teachable moment is this. If you take the price of the car and minus the equity of your trade, and you come up with a net figure, and the loan is substantially more than that, you got screwed more than just buying a car. You got a lot of mop and blower stuff, and I wanted to talk about that in general. Now, can he take the car back? The answer is no. If we're going to do yes and no, you can't take the car back. Goodbye, Michael. But you see, that doesn't make a radio show. So, Michael, what do you want to do now that you know you can't return it? Is your wife is she really seriously angry?
Yeah, that's probably an understatement.
Ouch.
So what are you going to do? No, I'm serious. If she knows you can't take it back, she obviously has to suck it up, right?
Right.
Michael, you just got to apologize, take her to dinner, give her some smooches, tell her it will never happen again, and don't let it happen again.
Yeah, the bouquet is already headed her way, so yes, I get.
But Michael, I'm going to tell you something in general. You really didn't make a crazy bad deal.
Yeah,
I don't know why he thought it was a bad deal.
Yeah, I just think she's looking at a different thing. She'd rather have that money be put on a house where she wants to live rather than where we live. That's pretty much the point.
Ooh, that's
fair
a big
enough.
one.
That's fair.
Okay.
Now, if that was Suzanne and she was angry at me, I'd just say, hey, you zip it.
But you got the hybrid, right? You got the hybrid, isn't that right?
Like Tom was talking about.
Yeah, 5 months. Hey, you got the hybrid, is that right?
Correct.
You did not really. Is it the premium? Is it the which is it? The limited? Which one is it?
Yeah, the limited. Yeah.
That's
man,
their top
you did
dog.
not make a bad
that's
deal.
The Big Daddy, man. That's got it all.
But he didn't make a bad deal. If the numbers he's telling me is correct, he didn't make a bad deal, Mark.
I don't think
seriously.
The second he said it, I didn't think it was a bad deal.
Now, if it'll help, Michael.
Yeah, I don't think the deal's a problem. I was just saying, I just came to them and they kind of said, no, we have to take it back as used. And I was like, hey, if I threw some money your way, $1,500, so it could heal some of your wounds, could we be clean with this and I get my car back? But that really wasn't on the table. So.
Oh, no, they won't do it. See, here's the deal. To Mark's point, you can't take it back unless they let you. Now, I'm convinced that they rushed to DMV as soon as you showed up and said that. So it's probably too late right now. You showed up, what, Monday? When did you? Oh, you showed up this morning, right?
Correct, yeah.
They could have undone it. They could have. They just didn't want to, okay? They didn't want to. And, you know, your trade is gone for good. What was your trade, by the way?
13 limited Santa Fe.
No. Okay. Oh, okay. So you're familiar with these. I don't know, man. You know, in some ways, with the hybrid, the way the gas prices are, what do they get per, Mark? What is the mileage?
They're generally not that much better, but I bet his gets around 30 compared to if it was the turbo, probably around 22. So he probably gets, what, 8, 9 more?
Oh, I thought it would be way more than that. We got to take a break. We're late.
Drive it.
I'm wondering if somebody wants to buy it from him, listening. I'm serious. I don't know. Maybe somebody wants to buy it. But, and then he can just,
you know what? You want me to call over to your old lady and straighten her out?
Hold on. While you discuss that, we gotta take this break. 303-713-TALK.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Leland Conway at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover.
Several incidents of note throughout the Denver metro as we navigate that noon hour. South of downtown, I-25 northbound at University Boulevard, we've got a left lane blocked for police activity. 5 minutes of delays for drivers and stop-and-go traffic back from Yale. East from there, I-225 southbound at the Spillway, a crash with the right lane blocked. Pretty significant stop-and-go all the way back from Parker Road. And in between Alameda, we've got a rollover crash at South Galena Way. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies today, high of 70, the warmest all week, overnight low of 39. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 68. The current temperature in Denver, 69 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Buckle your seatbelts. You're going to space. The exhibition Apollo, when we went to the moon, takes you back to the space race in 1969. The U.S. makes history with mankind's first landing on the moon. The exhibition is now open at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, someone that you can trust in real estate, whether you're looking to buy real estate or you want to sell real estate. I'm telling you, you can get a preview, too, with no obligation on what your house will sell for, what you'll net, and what there is to buy. All you have to do is call them, 303-920-1622. One of the most prolific, wonderful real estate people you'll ever meet. And people in general, just a kind, wonderful person. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. And speaking of real estate, you know how many people in this state go to closings and never, ever consult an attorney because they think it's going to be too expensive? And that is not the truth. In fact, if you go to olslaw.com, he'll review documents for a few $100 compared to the hundreds of thousands you're spending. Now, if you have an issue with real estate of any kind, if you're a landlord, if you're a tenant, or if you own, or if you're selling, if you're financing something, you have to foreclose, or you want to know about eminent domain or an easement restriction or anything at all, zoning restrictions, if it has to do with real estate, 720-370-7388. That's olslaw.com. 720-370.
Help shape the future of some of the world's best-known brands.
Can you, with one lottery ticket being a $2 billion winner, so you're going to come out easily with 1.2?
Let's say it's $1 billion. It's still crazy.
Well, if you take the cash amount, it's going to be a lot less, Tom.
Like how much, literally?
Let me look.
But, by the way, Mark, what do you mean by that? So the $2 billion, what do they do if it's not cash?
They pay it out over time.
And then they pay it out minus tax as you take it or tax off the top?
Let me see here. Which most jackpot winners choose over an annuity, the cash option, is so $1.9 billion, $929 million is the cash option.
Is it too late to get a ticket?
This is $2 billion even, almost.
No, this says 1.9 billion jackpot.
It says here 2.04, but I don't know.
Yeah, this was written a day ago, so that could be right.
Yeah, 2.04.
Here, this actually brings it down pretty good. It says the cash option, which most people take, is $929 million. A 24% withholding would shave $223 million right off the bat and be due to the IRS at tax time. So 929, so that brings it down to $700 million.
That's wait a minute. Are you telling me on $2 billion you only get $700 million?
Yep, that's exactly right. And you you could very well owe more taxes than that. That's just what they make you take off the top.
Oh, now see, that's ridiculous. So what happens if you take the annuity? What's the payout?
It doesn't say that. Well, I assume it would be $1.9 billion.
No, but how? I mean, how much and how?
Lifetime, isn't it?
Well, it would be...
No, I understand that, but what's the payment, though? Like,
I have no idea.
Like, if it's $1 million a month, that's not good.
Hold on, let's see here. Okay, however, the top federal income tax is 37%. This applies to income above $539,000. Yeah, it's saying they don't take out nearly enough taxes, and that doesn't include state taxes. So that 24% right off the top, the $223 million, is going to be more like actually 37% plus state taxes.
So you can literally end up on a $2 billion prize with $400 million.
They think roughly, here's what they'll probably get, $585 million. That's what this says.
But can you find out what the payout is?
I'm looking.
Curious.
That's only, remember, if there's only one winner.
Can we still buy a ticket?
If we could, I know the numbers.
Oh, I'm a day late.
Pain, visit spineone.com for a same-day appointment now. That's spineone.com.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We're running late. I'm sorry, guys, but we're still trying to find an answer for Nick. We don't have one on the abandoned vehicle. Honest to goodness, if people have any ideas. Also, Mark said we're talking about another car deal here, ripped off. Well, how were you ripped off in a car deal, Mark? How a lot of people think they were ripped off, and technically they weren't. They were just basically made bad decisions. But were you ripped off, Mark?
You talking to me now?
Yeah. Tell us about your car deal and why you think you were ripped off.
Well, now that you say that, yes, I made a bad decision.
What happened?
It looked like I was trying to help my son buy this car, and he was all excited about it. And we live in Denver, they live in the Springs, so they were going to meet us at a parking lot. And the car looked all right. It seemed to drive fine, you know.
This was from a private owner. They met you at a parking lot.
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of car?
It was 2010 Hyundai Santa Fe.
A 2010 Hyundai Santa Fe. Okay. Okay. So what's the problem?
Good. The problem is, one, he said it would pass emissions. He says, no problem. It'll pass emissions.
Well,
so we said, okay.
Okay. I mean, I don't understand. Like, said it would pass. Did it have a current sticker on it?
No.
Okay.
Didn't have a current sticker. And then where I really dropped the ball, Tom, is...
by the way, just so you know, it has to pass emissions, or you can undo the deal even from a private owner.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get your help for.
Okay, when did you buy? Hold on, there's a whole bunch of stuff. When did you buy it?
I bought it, let me get my calendar here.
Well, bro, if you have to take out your calendar, it's too long. So has it been more?
10/29, 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, this person can claim it passed when he sold it and you didn't get the test. Now, he doesn't have to give you a voucher, but it does technically have to pass emissions to be sold in Colorado into an emissions area. So where is this guy from?
Well, his business location is in the Springs.
Wait. Now you're saying business, not a car dealer?
No.
Okay, where does he live? Where was the car registered?
The car didn't even have a registration. All I have is a title.
Okay, hold on. I got to come back to you. Man, you may have screwed yourself. Just hold on, though. Don't hang up. More coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
Busy commuting continues throughout the Denver metro as we get closer to that 1 o'clock hour into downtown. I-25 southbound showing speeds in the 20s and 30s between 38th and Spear Boulevard. Over on the southeast end of town, I-225 southbound at the Spillway, a crash in the right lane has stop-and-go traffic back from Iliff. And off Highway north from there, Alameda at South Galena Way, a rollover crash with heavy congestion for folks around the area. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies today, high of 70 degrees, the warmest all week. Overnight low of 39. Tomorrow, high of 68, partly cloudy. Thursday, chance of scattered snow showers, cooling way down with a high of only 44. The current temperature in Denver is 71 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Buckle your seatbelts. You're going to space. The exhibition Apollo, When We Went to the Moon, takes you back to the space race in 1969. The U.S. makes history with mankind's first landing on the moon. The exhibition is now open at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
Is it a bad time for a reverse loan? It could be under certain circumstances, but it could be ideal for others. Some people just want to get out from under a house payment and just basically live in their home the rest of their lives. You can do that. Or they just want to have an emergency line of credit. You can do that. Now, interest rates do affect loans, but if you want to know how it affects you, call this free helpline from empowerreverse.com. Mark and his team will answer each and every question with no obligation. 720-500-7719. 720-500-7719. Water Pros for your water systems. Now, listen, I'm just going to say this. The best water systems at the lowest prices, computerized, low maintenance, whether it be at the sink drinking water, or you may want to do a whole house softening system under $2,000 fully installed. That's waterpros.net, 303-862-5554, waterpros.net.
Thomas.
Yeah.
30 million. So it's kind of interesting. 29 years. The annuity pays out over 30 years, and it increases at 5% a year. So your first one, based upon exactly $1.9 billion, your first payment would be $28.6 million, and your 30th year, you'd be getting $117 million to make up the entire $1.9 billion.
And that would be a better deal for sure.
I don't know that. I don't know if it would be or not.
Yeah, here's why. Because your family gets, your estate gets the balance.
That is correct, but listen to this. If you go back 30 years, virtually any product that cost $100 in 1993 costs $205 right now. So you've got the inflation aspect, and then the other part you got is if you have access to that $600 million, there's a good damn chance you could make more than $1.4 billion.
Or lose it all, right?
Or lose it all.
You hear stories about
Well, that's a problem I'd love to fucking have. And if you lived in New York, by the way, you'd be at 46% would be gone off the bat.
What's the state tax?
9% in New York.
Holy shit.
9%. Texas and one other place have 0.
Well, hold on. Texas and Florida doesn't have a state tax, or they didn't.
Well, we're talking lottery winnings. I don't know if that means any taxes.
Well, no. I mean, obviously you have federal tax.
No. I'm just talking. Hold on. Let me look and see what it says. Depending on which state you live in, you might have to even pay more in state taxes. Some states, such as California, Texas, and Florida, don't impose any state taxes on lottery winnings. North Carolina takes 5.25%. New York withholds almost 9%. Oh, they're saying if you choose the annuity, you could be taking a risk, because what happens if your state all of a sudden has the income, you know what I'm saying, and starts charging taxes?
So there are some states you're saying that don't have income tax, but they do have a tax on lottery winnings?
I would assume so, because I don't think, like, for example, California definitely has state taxes, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Well, that's what I mean. They definitely do, but they do not have any taxes on lottery winnings.
That's amazing.
Same with Florida, but I don't think Florida has.
Do you know why? Because they make so much anyway on it.
Yeah, they figure that is the tax. It's like taxing your tax. Actually, it is taxing your tax, which I'm shocked California doesn't do. I'm going to see what Colorado's is.
Valuable products and services. Businesses provide tax revenue and they support and fund vital charities. Business is a force for good in Colorado, and we should never forget that. Learn more about the mission of the Colorado Business Roundtable. Go to cobrt.com. That's cobrt.com.
Can we vote on this? Vote. This is your place to talk about the election.
I have never seen an election cycle like this. The people have to stand up and say enough. People need to wake up. They have to change this leadership.
630 KHOW. Online at khow.com.
Tom Martino here. Okay, listen. Mark, let's get through this quickly. I want to help you. I really do if I can, but you may have some stuff. 2 weeks ago, you bought a car, and basically, you didn't get it checked out. Okay, you bought it as is, most likely. I don't know what, if any, contract or agreement said, but at the time it was sold in Colorado, it has to be able to pass emissions. If you can show it had defects that couldn't have possibly happened in the last 2 weeks, you might take this guy to small claims court if it's under $7,500. How much did you spend for this?
$4,000.
$4,000. Okay. Now, what's wrong with the car? Let's get right to that. What's wrong with it?
Bottom line, I took it, had the emission done. It wouldn't. The emission said vehicle unable to test because they couldn't get enough power to go and test the machine. On the way home from the emissions, it started knocking. So I looked under the car, and the oil pan had been smashed up against the suction screen. So I got some people, and I pulled the pan down, and there was metal shavings all through the pan. And
a lot of this is on, you know, Mark, a lot of this is on you.
That's
but
on me.
Okay.
Right. But see, now, Tom, the really bad problem I have is the title was in the car dealership name, and he signed it over to us.
Wait.
So
Wait. What car? What do you mean the car dealership name?
The title is in the car dealer's name. And they signed it over to him, and he signed it over to me.
Wait. So he skipped title.
Yeah,
he skipped title. Okay.
Yep.
Did he just buy it?
I didn't know that was a thing.
What's that?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, it's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
But you got to hold on, Mark, because
to get you involved.
You might be able to get this guy on a technicality here, but had he just bought the car? Is that what happened?
He bought it. It still had the temporary tag on it.
Okay, I got it. And then he sold it. He realized he made a mistake, and he got another sucker. Hold on.
Hey, I'm Steve.
Were you going to say something? It does, but you ask what happens. It breaks my heart when people just get totally ripped and there's nothing you can do.
There's 14 states who don't have lottery tax.
That don't have it?
Yeah, that don't.
Oh, they want to encourage. That's what they're trying. They're encouraging people to do the lottery.
Yeah, which you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning. So.
I know. Yeah. The chances of that.
Wasn't like the last time we got to like $1 billion, like a bunch of athletes and like Hollywood people were spending like $10,000-$20,000 on lottery tickets. Yeah, like buying stacks of them like this. It's like, seems like a big waste of money.
God Almighty, if they're $1 a piece,
Yeah.
You'd have to hire people to go through them, and then how would you know if someone?
Well, you can go in and you just give them like $10 and they put it all in one ticket, right? And they just randomize the numbers. So I mean, you just print them out.
No, but you'd have to go through them to see if you won.
You have to scan them, but I mean.
Well, wait. You have to scan them. So in other words, you don't have to look at them physically.
No, you can have like 50 different sets of numbers on one ticket, and then you scan it, and it'll check all of them for you.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So it literally checks them.
Oh yeah. You can literally just scan them. I watched people do it this morning when I stopped at the gas station.
And we're on one ticket, so they go through a machine.
Yeah, it's just got a little barcode at the bottom,
And so it scans all of the or.
Yeah, so if you had let's say you bought 50 different numbers, right? It will check all 50 for them with the one scan.
With one scan.
Yeah, with one scan, right? Whatever you put on that ticket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get it. So you don't know when they're calling the number you won or not. You just have to go in and find out because you can't remember the numbers.
No, most people do the random numbers anyways, where it just auto generates.
It's amazing the systems people tried to come up with to win.
Oh yeah.
One thing I know for sure, do they tell you the store that sells the winning ticket?
They tell you the store?
Yeah.
They do, yeah, because the store usually gets money too. So like when the lottery, right? When the winning store usually gets a payout too if they sold the winning ticket.
Because you wouldn't go back. I would never go back to this.
To buy a ticket? Yeah.
I mean.
Hey, you never know.
I mean, but truly, think about it. What are the freaking chances?
Hey, there was a girl who lived. So I lived in Florida for like 6 months after high school. My buddy's parents, his dad's a CEO of an insurance company, and there was a girl in her early 30s. She didn't win the Florida lottery once, but she won it twice. The same store. She won one for like $1 million, and won one for like $900,000. Yeah, she won it twice. She drove it's back in 2004, 2005. Drove a bright pink H2 Hummer and was just blowing money like crazy, But she won the state lottery twice. He's having a day.
Yeah, that's crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
I've never won anything.
I haven't won, me neither. I would say if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all, so I have to make my own luck. Stand up here for a second. Is that a golf ball that hit your house over there?
That's not the golf course. The golf course is the other way.
Oh, it's the other way? On this side?
Yeah, it had to be something like that because
Somebody hit it real bad.
Because I can't think of anything that would clunk like that.
Oh yeah, because the golf course is on this side. Yeah, that's right. Across the street. Yeah, someone might just hit it real bad and just came and hit your house.
You want coffee? I have coffee.
Okay.
I don't hire house cleaners here. I try to keep it.
Just keep it clean
As we go, yeah.
for sure.
And with my kids, we've been successful. Every once in a while we'll vacuum or dust them up, but I don't want to because it would be just to have somebody come and clean it would be a lot of money just to keep it. But since I moved in, we had to clean when we moved in.
Regrow your hair and get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. AdvancedHair.com.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. That's bank. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. What's going on? This hour brought to you by Gutter Magic, or Gutter Magic. I combine both. Garage, Gutter
like
Helmet
shrub.
Denver. GutterHelmetDenver.com. Gutter Helmet Denver, 303-298-8888. Get your gutters to where you never have to clean them again, but it actually reinforces and lifts your gutters and does a great job. GutterHelmetDenver.com, 303-298-8888. Okay, so listen. What happens when you buy a vehicle and you're ripped off by a private owner? Now, the private owner still has to have a car that passes emissions if you can prove it didn't. But here's the problem, man. I don't know what this customer seemed to have had temp tags on the car and then sold it. I'm wondering if the guy bought the car, ran over something, and damaged the oil pan, and then decided to sell it. I don't know. I mean, Mark, do you know by the work, or not the work, the paperwork or anything, do you know how long that guy owned it before he sold it to you?
I'm thinking it was, well, how long does a temporary tag last? Because he still had the temporary tag on there, and it had 10 days left.
Okay.
That could be a couple months.
Yeah. Because they could issue another one of it. So, but do you think he worked for the dealer in some way?
I don't know. I don't. He says he drives for the delivery service.
Did you ask why he was selling it so soon?
Yes. And
What did he?
Said, so why are you getting? He says, well, I didn't. He says this was a nice car, but I found the car that I've been looking for. Supposedly he found a Jeep, and that's what his wife showed up in, is a Jeep. He says he found a Jeep, and he's been looking for a Jeep, and he couldn't find it, so he bought this, and then he found the Jeep, so he bought the Jeep, and he wants to get rid of this.
And you bought it on the spot?
Unfortunately.
And it did not have a registration?
Nope.
What did it? Was it lost, or was it still in process with the dealer? What?
Well, he says that he didn't have a registration because he never put license plates on it.
Okay, I get it. Now listen, people are not very. This guy. How unsmart is this guy buying a car with no title from a guy in a parking lot? Okay.
It says, I do have the title.
No, I understand.
Have the title.
Listen, I don't want to make you.
I know.
You didn't call. You didn't
smart.
call to find out all the wrong things you did, but you did a hell of a lot of them wrong. And to let my audience know, obviously you should have had it checked out, and you should have. What I say to a private owner is, you come with me to make sure it passes emissions before I give you a check. And if they don't want to, then you don't. Then I don't buy it. But here's the deal: it's too late now. But I would still go after him for two reasons: it didn't pass emissions, and two, it was fraudulent. I would just say it was fraudulent because he skipped title. I would go to small claims court. I would not wait 1 day to file. I would file it immediately where he lives, and sue him for the $4,000. I'm telling you, you got to do it now, and hope that a judge understands the law. He skipped title. He did not do it properly, Plus, it would not pass emissions. And you got to show that receipt where it couldn't be tested. Do you have any proof you tried to take it for emissions?
Yes.
And does it
from the Colorado Air Care?
Good. Take him to small claims court for the whole $4,000. I would get a judgment against this sucker. You have to do something.
Ask you this. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So he like I said, I don't know if I told you that, but so I've been texting him, and he says that he would be willing to fix the title. And I'm like, cool, meet me at this DMV or meet me there.
What does that mean? Hold on. What does that mean, fix the title? What do you mean, fix the title?
He wants to meet well, I told him to meet with me at the DMV. They'll sign the title over to him. Then he can, with a fresh title, sign it over to me. And I'm like, I would do that. He says, yeah, I'll do that, but give me the title, and then I'll go do that and bring it back to you. And I'm like, no, meet me at
Hold on.
the DMV.
Don't let him do that. Why would you let him correct it?
Well, I just want to, if I had a title, I'll count my losses and put an engine in this thing, and then I would have a car. But I can't even put it in my name.
Okay. Hold on a second. You mean to tell me you'd put an engine? Does it need a whole new engine?
The car it looks like a nice car, and I don't know if it needs a whole new engine, but I can't.
Okay, you didn't tell me this.
It is.
Mark, you didn't tell me this. That's a whole different ballgame. You need the guy to meet with you at motor vehicle, and he won't do it. Let's have somebody from our staff call and scare the hell out of him.
Well, he says he would, but he wants me to give him the title.
No!
And I says, well, just meet me there.
He said he would meet you or not, yes or no?
He said he would meet me there, and then he tells me, meet me here and, meet me at this address, and we'll get this taken care of. Well, it's in the Springs, and I'm in Denver, and I don't even have he calls me at 3. That's an hour.
You know what he's not going to like, Mark? He has to do more than just sign the title. You understand that. You understand they're going to bill him for sales tax, right?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Of course they are.
And
then you're going to be bailed for, you're going to be, you have to pay the sales tax, right? You know that, right?
Oh, no, I forgot about that.
Look, I would take him to small claims court, and I would get a judgment against the bastard. That's what I would do. But if you want us to call and scare him, we will. Suze will assign it to someone. I'm sorry, man. Really, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Kim, I haven't forgotten about you. Your car was repoed, and they damaged it. And I think I told you, what did I tell you to do? I know I recommended that you take a few steps. I didn't make a note here yet, Kim.
You assigned one of your gentlemen assistant. Do you have a sheriff doc or something like that?
Oh, a deputy doc.
Yeah. So you asked him to follow up with me, and he made a couple of phone calls with me. And I began their process. And
what process?
I was given a garbage email address. So everybody keeps telling me I have to follow a complaint process. So I said, okay, how do I do that? And they gave me an email address. And I heard nothing. And I followed up again yesterday, and I heard nothing. I call yesterday. I find that I have to go to another company and give them an email. And they emailed me asking for photographs of the damage, and I sent it within seconds. Now, here's what's happening. May I please mention the 4 companies that are giving me the nightmare of my life?
Well, of course you can.
Okay, one is...
First, I want to know this. First, hold on. Okay. I want to do it in order, Kim. Who was the company that towed it?
Top Dog Repo.
Recovery.
I don't have the Top Dog.
DAWG Recovery. Then who else? They're giving you trouble, right?
Oh, yeah. He told me I was barking up the wrong tree, and he had some choice words about you.
I don't care. Who cares?
No. The Top Dog was the company that removed my car from my apartment building parking lot.
All right, then who else?
At an auction at the Rockies, is where my car was when I went and got it.
Where was that?
Was my property. Dealer's Auto Auction of the Rockies is where my car was picked up, where I went and got it.
Dealer's Auto Auction. Got it.
You have my property out of my car. And may I please say, they have my license plate. They have a surround sound system. They have my handicap placard. I just had injections in my back, and I sprained the ankle that I had 2 surgeries on last year. I need it.
So hold on. So even though you got the car back, you did not get these items back?
Correct. Now, somewhere today I was told by someone that you're supposed to, they were supposed to remove all of the property from the car. Now, that would have been quite a task because my car was a mess. So it looks like they kind of gave up about halfway, but those items were gone. And, of course, they had to replace the key because they took it in the middle of the night. I don't have a fob anymore. I would like my fob back. I need my handicap placard, for crying out loud, and my license plate.
Hold on. But this is Dealer's Auto Auction. I'm not sure. Listen, I'm not sure they're going to. This is bad news. Hold on. You said 3 companies: Top Dog, Lying, Cheating, Rip-Off Recovery, and Dealer's Auto Auction, and Thievery, and who else?
Westlake Financial is my lender. And
why would they be involved, though?
Well, they're the ones that repoed it.
Well, okay, but I mean, okay.
But how did they give you a hard time?
Which is their dispute company. So there's 4 companies giving me an absolute runaround, and I've had it. I need help. I'm about to go nuclear on these people. I called Tom Martino. How much more nuclear can I go?
Now listen, hold on. The steps you need to take, unfortunately, they're separate steps. Hold on, because you can't handle them all in one fell swoop, as they say. So we'll have to figure that out. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's see if Deputy Doc is around to ask him that question on what's going on, because if he started this, I want to know who he talked to, okay? That would help. And then we'll take it from there. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. GarageMagic.com for your garage floors, guaranteed for life along the Front Range. GarageMagic.com.
For Integrity Health Advisors, Medicare open enrollment is underway. Time to review your plan and make certain you're getting what you want. And it's more important than ever to make that review, since at least one company has left town, leaving almost 55,000 people without insurance. Shane and his team at Integrity Health Advisors will be here throughout the year to answer your questions and help with your plans. That's the kind of local service you won't get from an 800 number blasted on TV. Call Integrity Health Advisors today, 720-288-0863.
I've been using Rosetta Stone this year, and I'm loving it. Because Rosetta Stone makes learning a new language feel natural and fun. Rosetta Stone breaks down your new language into bite-sized pieces, so it's easy to make progress, even if you only have 10 or 15 minutes at a time. I love how they help you learn through interactive activities and teach you phrases you'll use in real-life situations. It gets you ready for real conversations with real people. And with the award-winning Rosetta Stone app, you can learn whenever and wherever it's convenient. Learn just about any language you want on Rosetta Stone, from Spanish and French to Korean and Japanese, and even Greek and Hindi. Or dabble in all of them, like me. Rosetta Stone offers a lifetime unlimited subscription, where you get access to all 25 of their languages forever. Try it out for yourself today at rosettastone.com. Rosetta Stone, how language is learned.
You know, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies is more than just a sponsor of this show. They are a sponsor, but they're also the company I'm using. I'm a client to help me plan and execute my retirement plan. Now, you may say, Tom, you're an old guy. Why were you planning your retirement now? No. I had some stuff done, a 401k and some other stuff. Those are elements. But what about the plan? Like when to execute, how to use your Social Security, and what to do about maybe a lump sum in a retirement plan to generate lifetime income. All of these questions were answered for me, and they can be answered for you. It's a family-owned and operated company, and they visit you, and they Zoom you, and they talk to you about all of your needs and desires, income, investments, taxes, health care, even your legacy. Why don't you go and get a meeting, a free consultation, rpcenter.com, rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211, 970-663-3211. John Fuller, someone I recommend, and I don't take that recommendation lightly because I know when people are hurting and they've been in an accident and they've been injured, they want someone who will truly take care of them. And I'm telling you this straight up. I know John Fuller. I know him personally. And he will only take as many cases as he can work personally. You're not going to call a call center, and you're not going to talk to a team of people designed to sell you on something. You're going to talk to John Fuller to evaluate your case, and he'll only take as many cases as he can work personally. Now, of course, he has assistants and paralegals, but you will benefit from getting his cell phone number and having him handle your case. Notice the difference when you call 303-597-4500. No call center, just real people. 303-597-4500, myaccidentlawyer.co. Zero Res Denver. I love the company because they do nothing with nothing. What they do is they clean with nothing. What I mean by that is water, but it's empowered water. In fact, it's a patented process. Don't underestimate it. It will get down deep into the carpet fibers without leaving residue. It dries so quickly because there's no chemicals, no soap, no emulsifiers. I know it sounds almost impossible, but it's not. The cleaning power of alkaline-based softened water, it's patented. You will be amazed, not just with carpet, but tile and grout, granite, mattresses, upholstery, area rugs. Call them to come to your home, and you'll never go back to the regular methods. They stay clean longer, they dry faster, and, as the name implies, zero residue. The website, zeroresdenver.com, 303-471-5150, 303-471-5150. All right. We never heard from Dan McKenzie, damn it.
No, we didn't.
Okay. Where the heck was that put there? Hold on. Where was that put? Oh, there it is. Okay. Did you get Deputy Doc on?
Let me try him.
I'd like to talk to him about it, seriously.
Sure.
Speaking of Doc, there he is.
Yeah. Where?
Line 2.
Oh.
Or maybe Suzanne's calling him.
I think people don't remember, too. She didn't pay her bill, right? That's why they repoed it.
Well, yeah, but no, then she paid it to get it back.
It wasn't like an accident.
No.
She started everything in motion.
Well, of course, but that doesn't mean they have a right to damage it.
No, I didn't say they did have a right.
You just want to make her seem less sympathetic, you bastard.
It's Shut up, Martino.
Okay, great. I'll tell Tom. Thank you. Hang on. Thanks. Bye.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, so Kim's got multiple problems, and it's because her car was repoed. She paid it, she got it back, but then it was damaged. And she said, okay, you don't have a right to damage my car, and that's right. Top Dog Recovery, basically, in my opinion, scum. But, that's the biz. So they take the car and they damaged it, according to her. And then the dealer's auto auction stole her personal property. And then Westlake Financial, I don't know what they did wrong. They didn't do anything wrong, did they? Kim?
How to resolve it. They're not helping me resolve it.
Yeah, but I don't think they need to. I don't think. You know what? Top Dog Recovery, do they acknowledge, let's take one step at a time. Does Top Dog Recovery acknowledge damaging your car?
No.
Do they say it was not damaged? What?
When I asked him to email me the photos, he refused.
And Doc said, I talked to Deputy Doc. He said when he called the tow truck company, they started throwing the attorney word around and hung up on him. And Doc did say he would follow up with Kim later today.
Okay. Well, they always throw the attorney word around. I mean, big deal.
Can we ask the guys at Wyatt, Suzanne, do those guys have to take pictures?
And here's the deal. I go to the Public Utilities Commission if they won't show you the photos and you're claiming damage. And
on the Federal Trade Commission or whatever, the Consumer Advocate website right now, yeah.
Public Utilities Commission.
I'm going to go every avenue I can find.
Okay, so I'm going to give them to you right now, Kim. Kim, slow down. I'm going to give you the avenues. First, when Deputy Doc calls, let's hope he can make some headway. Number two, I want you to look into wherever Top Dog Recovery is located. You're going to do a small claim thing against them for the amount of damage to your car. Like if it's going to cost you $1,000, you're going to sue them for $1,000. You can go up to $7,500. Then dealer's auction of the Rockies, Deputy Doc should call them and should ask them where the hell your stuff is. You have a handicapped placard and some other stuff missing, right?
Right. Well, Top Dog has my stuff, and Dealer's Auto Auction is probably the ones maybe that did the damages.
Just the opposite. You mean, hold on. So Top Dog probably didn't damage it, but Top Dog, how do you know they have your stuff?
Because they want $25 to get it back.
Why?
I don't have $25.
Why do they want 25?
Storage fees.
Okay.
Because it took me so long to redeem my car.
Okay. That's not unreasonable.
It's not, but at this point, I'm pissed, and I want them to suck it up and eat it.
I'm just going to tell you something right now, Kim. I would pay Top Dog $25 to get my personal stuff. You didn't tell us that before. That's not unreasonable. And if I jumped, if I jumped to the conclusion too fast, Top Dog, I did. If all they're saying is pay $25 in storage and you get your damn stuff back, do it. I mean, okay,
hey, Tom,
that's what I would do. I would just do it. $25, okay?
And I have to make an appointment. And
okay, do it.
I mean,
hey, Tom.
I don't have $25, Tom.
Okay. What?
Suze? I asked Trevor Forbes with Wyatt's about being required to take photos. He said yes, but only for private property tows.
Okay.
That's as of August 10th.
Okay. Look it, Kim.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you if you don't have $25. Honest to God. Okay. I don't even know how are you living if you don't have $25 to pay for your personal stuff.
No license plate.
What?
I'm door dashing on a car with no license plate.
Where's your license plate?
At Top Dog Asset Recovery Storage.
Okay. Put her on hold for a second because she's just not listening. Kim, if you can verify that you have a job, we'll loan you the $25 out of our charity account. I want you to go get your stuff. as far as the damage to your car, let Deputy Doc call Dealer's Auction of the Rockies. Top Dog, as far as I'm concerned, is out of it. They're asking for a measly $25. Let's give it to them. Then let Deputy Doc call Dealer's Auto Auction and find out what they're going to do about the damage to the car. Okay? That's the way we have to handle this. So I hope Deputy Doc's listening. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, Fix It 24/7 is doing an extraordinary deal. If you book today, $19 for their extreme clean and tune-up and adjustment. They go through the entire system. They take it apart to the extent they can. Adam, the general manager here in Denver. Adam, these extreme clean and checks, obviously, you'd go broke if you kept doing them, even at 39. Why do you do them? Go ahead now, sir.
Oh, we do it to show our clients that how we do maintenance is and how we do it better than most companies in the Denver area where we actually clean the system.
I mean, actually down to the fan blades.
Yeah, absolutely.
You remove that if you can, right?
Yeah, we take every single bit of dirt and dust out of that system to prolong the life so you don't have problems during the winter. And dirt and dust is the #1 killer HVAC system, so we want to make sure it's clean as possible.
So, normally 39, which is still a loss leader for new customers, and you're doing it now for today to celebrate nothing, just to do it. $19. You're celebrating.
Right.
Oh, Election Day special.
Hey, Election Day special.
Election Day
I like
special. $19, even for Democrats. No, I'm just kidding. $19 for everyone. All right. That's $19, and that's 720-526-3939.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag.
We are dealing with a couple of things in your way right now. An accident eastbound I-70 at Kipling. That's got the right lane blocked. You're stop and go from 44th right now. We also have an auto versus pedestrian crash at Jameson and Broadway. This is just south of Dry Creek. Slow speeds there as well. And road work being done northbound Santa Fe at West Town Center Drive in Littleton. Stop and go right now from Lakeside Drive. That's adding a couple of minutes onto your commute. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Sunny and a high near 70 today. Tonight mostly clear. 39. Tomorrow mostly sunny, 70. Thursday there is a chance of rain snow mix, mid-40s for the high. Right now it's 71 with your Impact Traffic and Weather. Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
Wendy's Biggie Bag is still just $5. Get a double stack junior bacon cheeseburger or crispy chicken BLT plus 4-piece nugs, small fries, and a small drink. Grab your bag at Wendy's today. Includes choice of double stack JBC or crispy chicken BLT with 4-piece nugs, small drink, and fries. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate Integra Insurance, okay? If you're listening, there is absolutely no reason in the world not to use them. You don't pay a dime more using these registered, experienced agents to buy you health insurance. There are so many choices out there, and during open enrollment, you have to make those choices on what to get, especially now that Bright Health and Oscar Health are out of business in Colorado. So please call Integra and get a free analysis, completely complimentary analysis of your health insurance and what the best plans are for you. They'll help you buy them, even if you need to know about Medicaid or if you need to know about Medicare. They can help you with Medicare choices. 303-466-5500. 303-466-5500. IntegraInsurance.com. All right. David Ellis Jewelry is a name we've known and trusted for 40 years for buying jewelry. And by the way, as the holidays come up, you're going to want to know that name, 3rd and Clayton. But what he's here advertising today is the fact that he'll get you some extra cash by buying your old jewelry. You might have some estate jewelry, used jewelry, vintage jewelry, and he'll give you a fair price for it. Now, what if you have junk? Like tangled messes, mismatched earrings, old coin collections, broken watches? He'll buy those too. Weigh it and pay it. A name you can trust, a store you can trust. 3rd and Clayton. Look for the black awning. That's 2640 East 3rd Avenue, 303-322-8779.
Yeah, babe.
Are you looking at Mike with GE Tree Service contract?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the answer's right on the first page. They're wanting to back out because they can't get financing. AutoNation wants car back because they can't get Mike approved, is how I understood it. And at the top of the first page, it says they can cancel. So he just wants to know if they have a right to do that.
Yep, they sure do. Yeah. If they can't get them financed.
By the way, babe, with our new mortgage, is our homeowner's insurance, that automatically gets told? I don't know anything about that dang loan.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we just pay it. We don't owe, well, I mean, we don't.
What did our old mortgage company do with our policy? I mean, I don't know.
They send the other company all that info.
I hate it when I don't understand a loan.
You just don't worry your pretty little head about it.
I'm trying not to.
You just worry about making dinner and vacuuming.
You're such an
And don't forget cleaning the toilets.
Yeah, that's what Excel Cleaning Services is for. I'm too busy cleaning up after Mark to have any time to clean our house.
What purchase docs were just sent to me? What are these?
This is from our referral list members on the line.
Oh, okay.
AutoNation is backing out. The answer's on the top of the first page.
AutoNation is backing out?
They want the vehicle back because
they can't find
I think he said they can't get financing is how I understood it.
Well, are they going to charge him anything?
I don't know. That's all I know. So he sent over the contract.
Mark, look at it.
I already did. I mean, it's like any deal. If they can't get them financed, he's got to bring it back.
I mean, that's actually good because there are some that if you can't get it financed, they make you buy it anyway. They make you go find it, or they call you in default.
Now, what the hell is this place?
You're going to go to Excel's holiday party?
That's what I've never heard of. Have you ever heard of this place? Is this possibly, Suzanne, where the Romanovs got married?
No, I don't. Oh!
I fucking think it is.
That's where we heard it before, but we're out of town again for the 3rd year in a row. So
What do you
we
mean?
ain't making it.
Oh, good. Then I can go.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. You got no one to embarrass you. I've got Mark.
Okay, yeah.
You know what? Let's I'm going to see if Jay would be a gentleman and invite Deputy Doc, Deputy Dollar, and Smarty Marty.
Oh my God! Thank you.
And let's have our own. Let's get Tom his own table with those three. Doc can sit on your left, and Marty can sit on your right. And Scott can sit across from you.
Such a
no, I love Scott. I want Scott to sit on my lap.
Guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance. Been in a collision? Get back up and running fast. Take it to the experts at Fairway Collision Center in Englewood. Fairway Collision Center has delivered superior workmanship at a fair price for nearly 3 decades. Stop by at 8550 South Valley Highway in Englewood.
For your back, neck, and joint pain, visit SpineOne.com for a same-day appointment now. That's SpineOne.com.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. And let's talk now to Mike. Mike, this is a very unusual deal. Now, usually we get calls from people who signed a contract to buy a car, and they change their mind for one reason or another. This is different. This is where Mike signed a contract, and the dealership saying, nope, not going to do it. What's going on, Mike?
Right. They thought that I had a certificate for 0% interest through Ford. They were the ones that told me about this. They were the ones that set me up with this. So basically, I have a 0% interest contract, as you're seeing right there, but they can't get it assigned to Ford, so they want to back out. And I always remember you talking about if a dealer puts their name in place of the lender, that they basically are acting as the lender. And
Well, let me clarify that. Okay, first and foremost, there are two kinds of financing that dealers do. Dealers do financing through the manufacturer, through third party, but many times what the dealer does is to get the car out the door, they fill out a truth in lending statement, and in order to do it, they don't necessarily, if it's in the evening or afternoons or to get it done expeditiously, they often don't call a lender and get the actual approval. What they do is put their name in the contract as the lender, and they actually fill it out. Now listen, if they give you the keys, deliver the car, and they called themselves the lender, and if they said, here's the payment, here's the down payment, here's the interest, here's that, and it's in the truth in lending, I will tell you in the past, we have fought car dealers and won where they were forced, literally forced, to be the lender. That there's no doubt, and in that case, you watch them. They go find somebody to take that paper, and then they pay the difference, whatever it is. But, if the contract says anywhere that it is contingent upon them selling that paper or placing that paper, that adds a wrinkle to it. So get me straight. If they don't say wording like that, what dealers have done in the past to try to get out of deals is they'll say, well, the contract clearly says that if we can't find them financing, we can undo the deal. Now, that's kind of true if they can't find them financing. But if, in fact, they did find you financing because they themselves admitted and they put down that they're the lender, I'd like to know what clause allows them to get out of that. There might be one. I've been warning car dealers of this for years, okay? And I even went to the Colorado Automobile Dealers Association and I said, you people are idiots. You have your dealers fill out financing calling themselves the lender. They even sign it. Now, they have to sign it, by the way. I don't know if yours is signed. I haven't looked at it. I asked Mark to look at all this. And if they put themselves down as the lender and they sign it and they give you the keys, you could argue, and most of the time successfully, that they are the lender and they did approve you. It said nowhere that, wait a minute, yeah, we approved you, but we can't find anyone else to buy this paper from us. Well, that's tough crap. But I didn't look at your paperwork. Mark, you looked at it. What do you see?
Well, they have a seller's right to cancel right on here, and it just says, hey, if we can't get you the financing, then we can undo this, and that's basically what they're saying.
But Mark, that's the point where we've won before. If it says if we can't find you the financing. Because if that truth in lending and the financial deal, if the actual deal, the financial deal is signed by them and they put themselves down as the lender, I'm going to tell you that I think Mike would win that case.
I don't, because I think it's all the same thing. It's all part of the same agreement. And inside the agreement, he agreed to the seller's right to cancel, meaning the seller intends to assign this contract.
Oh, wait. That's the wording. Hold on. See, Mark, I asked you if it said something about the assignment or transfer. See, if they didn't have go continue reading that.
Seller intends to assign this contract to a financial institution. If the seller does not assign this contract to a financial institution, seller may cancel this contract upon written notice.
Okay, you're out of luck, Mike, because that's exactly what I've been warning them to do for years, and finally they've done it. I swear to God, for years I've been telling the dealer association they better put that wording in there, or they're making themselves the lender.
But Mike, I've got a question for you. Is the issue the 0% interest? Can they get you a 5% loan?
Yes, a 3.9 is what I can get.
Okay.
Not a
Well,
0%.
Mike, is the deal good other than the financing? Is the deal good?
Yes, we have to switch vehicles. Everything is fine. I wanted your professional opinion, which, that's why I sent you those docs, because I did read that seller's right to cancel. I wanted to send that to make sure.
But listen, I want to make clear on something. I'm not giving you legal advice. I am giving you professional advice based on the fact that these have been handled. We have had attorneys take this in the past, and I remember it was years ago. His name was Michael, the attorney. I don't want to get into the last name because we don't do business anymore, but he did a great job, and his argument was, you are the lender. You don't get to undo this deal because you are the lender. However, in that contract, there was absolutely no wording whatsoever that said the dealer intends to assign this contract, and if they can't assign it, they can back out. This is what it used to read. It used to read that if we cannot find you finance, blah, blah, blah. And then we argued, you did find him financing. You are the lender. But here, it doesn't say that. Here it says, we intend to assign this. So yes, they are agreeing that they are the lender initially, but unless they can assign it, then they can undo it. So I think, Mike, I don't think you could ever force them to keep
It's
that
all good.
zero.
Tom, I appreciate it. That's why I'm glad we left the dealership out of it. I preferred it that way. I'm glad, because I want to know if it was legally rewindable, which you just said it is, which is fine. I want to make sure because
I said by all indications. By all indications, again, I'm not telling you anything legally because you'd have to go to court and get a rendering. But I'm saying that if I read that, I would feel if I read that, I would feel obligated to take the truck back and have them undo the deal.
Right. It's okay. And I am going to switch out. I just wanted to confirm that all options were.
Can you, by the way, Mike, can you get a 3.9 out of this?
Yes.
And is it substantially?
Yeah, I mean, from 0% to 3.9, like I said, to keep my payment in the same ballpark, I have to go with a lesser model, which is fine. I'm just wanted to check out.
How much of a cash difference would you have to make if you wanted to keep the same truck at 3.9?
I don't think the incentive's there.
Oh.
I don't. Yeah. The other issue that I have is I spent $1,000 on accessories, putting a paint protector on the front of the vehicle. They're gonna cover or replace some of it with their ability, but my understanding is they're not able to do all of what I had done to the front of this truck, which, like I said,
well, it's better, Mike. You're better off. You can get it done cheaper aftermarket.
I understand. I had it done aftermarket.
Oh, wait. You should have started with that. Tom, listen to what he's saying. He's had the vehicle. He brought it out based upon that agreement he had.
No.
Yeah, he already did the betterment to it.
Oh, my God, Mike. Yeah. I thought you meant, Mike, the dealer put this stuff on. You mean to tell me you went out and did a clear bra and a bunch of stuff that you're not going to retrieve?
Well, they told him he had it at 0%.
Yeah, they never told me this contract was pending. They told me that this was a done deal. I wouldn't have taken delivery if it was pending, but it was a mistake. It was a mistake on their part. Accidents happen, and I can accept that. And they're going to do partial paint protection for me. They just can't do all of what I paid for aftermarket.
How much did you pay for aftermarket?
$1,050.
And how much are you going to get back?
We got a break.
Okay,
right.
Go to break.
Let's take the break.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by News Nation.
We do have a couple things going on. A crash eastbound I-70 at Kipling. This is blocking the right lane. Got you stop and go from Ward Road. We have a wreck eastbound Colfax at 7th. Slow speeds from I-25. And a crash at 88th and Washington. You can expect a volume in that area as well right now. We also have road work being done. Both directions of Quebec closed between 12th and 23rd due to work on a Denver water project. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Sunny and a high near 70 today. Tonight mostly clear, 39. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 70 again. Thursday chance of rain and snow mix, mid-40s for the high. Right now, it's 72. With your impact traffic and weather, Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 6 and 9 p.m. Mountain. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
Made in the Shade, blinds and more. Made in the Shade are great people, family owned and operated, and they go from the purchase of the item all the way through hanging it for you with a dependable in-house installation crew. They even have design consultants to help you. In fact, the owner is a color specialist who can help with fabric selections for anything, the valances or the draperies, and the color selection. Also, they have shades, motorized shades, app control shades. They have rolling shutters on the outside of the house. Whatever you need, they have all budgets considered with lifetime warranty on most products. Yes, if you want shades, room darkeners, shutters, high-tech, indoor and outdoor, Hunter Douglas, Norman, Alta, Graber, you get the message, right? Get all of your window covering needs and dress up your house. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566. And why don't you just Google Made in the Shade, and you'll find them. Made in the Shade. You know what else you can find? Waterpros.net. Waterpros.net on my referral list at referrallist.com for your drinking water, unlimited, at your kitchen sink, triple filter, reverse osmosis, under $1,000. I've said this before. You're never going to get a better system at a lower price ever. You're just not. Water Pros. And free water testing. 303-862-5554. You know, one of the things I talk about is home contracting here, like, you know, repairs and improvements and maintenance, and we get a lot of complaints, but I love Genesis Total Exteriors, and one thing I want to highlight is their painting. They have a great painting crew. If you're ever looking for that, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Mark Schmansky and his team will do that. They also do fencing and decks, and they do anything on the outside of your house. So give them a call if you need dependable people. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. That's 303-679-8509. When do you start the shots, Mark? Am I on? Hello? Is
Hello?
this thing on? No, I'm just wondering, when do you start the shots?
Shots?
Yeah, the shots.
Oh.
You know, the drinking.
Oh, Marky Mark and his political stuff. I don't know, like probably whenever they start closing polls and calling it. 7 for us, but he's following the whole freaking country, B-large.
Of course he is. So what's the name of this place for the Excel party? I'm looking here. I can't find it.
It's called...
Oh, it's called Diana's Castle.
Yeah.
Who the hell ever thought? What is that called? What is that?
I guess I'm not getting my typical award again.
What is that?
You know, Excel, they give out the little Grammy Awards.
Yeah.
It's cute. Their parties are fun.
Yep. To get the most out of them, though, you need to be bilingual.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom.
What?
Brown has a separate text number because he also has a syndicated show on Premiere.
Okay.
He just texted me that.
See? He's a big shot. I was right.
He's a big shot.
Hey, Nick, you're calling in the last few minutes of the show. Can I get you on tomorrow for something? Did you need help? This is Suzanne. What issue is it, Nick? Oh! Yeah, I remember the pest control. Man, I called you whatever day that was. It must have been last week. That's okay. That's okay. Did you want me to put you on our call list? You want me to put you on my call list for tomorrow? No, what's a good day then to call you? I would put you on, but you're calling in the last 3 minutes of the show, man. So that... No, it's okay. Don't apologize. No, 10 to 2. 10 to 2. But what day works for you? Thursday again. Okay. Yeah, sure. Hang on just a second. Let me just go back to my emails with you. 720-241-3974. No, it's okay. No, that's okay. So can I call you what time on Thursday? That's fine. All right, Nick, I'll talk to you then at that number about your pest control issue. We'll get you some help and advice, okay? Talk then. Bye-bye.
Okay, ladies and germs.
Hey, Tuesday at 4, it all comes down to this. If you're going to vote for somebody who's going to do good things, please get out there and vote before 7. We'll have the latest exit polls, ballot return data, and the secret sauce of this entire cycle that could change everything forever. Join me.
All right, guys. Tom Martino here. I'm especially looking forward to the results of Proposition 122. Especially 122. Then me and all my buddies from the 60s and 70s can partay
with the fungi.
Oh, you know what it is.
Well, truth be told, I just Googled it.
Okay. Decriminalization of magic mushrooms. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that for Denver? I didn't see that on my ballot.
It's for the United States. No, wait. What is it for anyway? Hold on.
Psychedelic plants and fungi. It's Colorado.
It's the state. We were the first for marijuana. Yippee! Let's be the first for mushrooms. Then LSD and heroin. I say go all the way. Remember D. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Hey, fix it 24/7. Just $19 for that extreme clean and check. Don't forget 720-526-3939.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. Leland Conway is next on Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Mike Lester, how would our listeners benefit if they reached out to Talon Well?
We can do